Joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
So you see, son, good manners are very, very important. Someday, many years from now, when you're a grown-up, you'll be a man. And when you are, you should be a gentleman. Do you want me to go through it one more time?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Exactly. Always say please, thank you, you're welcome, and excuse me. Sit up straight, hold doors open for ladies. If a door's shut, then knock first. Don't burp, don't swear, don't speak with your mouth full, don't reach across people's plates, keep your elbows off the table.
What table?
And don't interrupt. While we're at it, don't stare, don't use foul language, don't call people names, but do remember people's names. Always share your toys, play nice, and cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. On the bus, give up your seat to anyone who has trouble standing. Bottom line, treat others the way you'd like to be treated. Got it?
Got it.
And stop picking your nose.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But spending just 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier and could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. That's 2min2x.org. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
Motorsports by Ozark Cafe, Monty's Outdoors, Ozarks Healthcare, Lynch Equipment Company, Ozarks Healthcare Medical Equipment, J&J Recovery, Pepsi Mid-America, Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, Peterbilt, Hawkins Home SRS Electric, Edgeler and Harper. Also brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Justin Shelby, Don's Auto Service, Stuart Morrison Ready Mix, Current Incorporated, Taylor Grubaugh Buick GMC, Butler Heating and Air, West Plains Bank and Trust Company, Bureau, West Plains Propane, Brown Furniture and Appliance, Wilbanks Tire, Bailey Chevrolet Pontiac GMC, Wiles Abstract Company, and Zizzer Coin Laundry.
And now West Plains Zizzers football on the official home of the Zizzers, Hot Country KDY.
Welcome, everyone, to McDonald's Field at Zizzer Stadium as we kick off the football season tonight. The West Plains Zizzers playing host to a team out of Mississippi from Olive Branch, Mississippi. They are the Center Hill Mustangs, and we're happy to have them. And should we have people listening to the broadcast down the internet tonight or watching on our live stream, we welcome you very cordially to West Plains, Missouri. And we're happy to be playing football tonight because until Center Hill decided that they could come up here, Reed Grigsby, the author of the hit Heard Around the World, we weren't going to play, but Center Hill stepped up, and we're really happy about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And if anybody's out there that chipped in and, you know, all the boosters that made this happen and got Center Hill to come up here and play us on this Friday night. You know, the thing in high school, you only have so many games. You certainly don't want to miss one for these kids. And it's a big deal not only for our kids but for their kids to be able to play Friday night football here in the late summer, early fall.
It's a hot night. There's going to be a hot evening, no way around that, and I'm sure we'll have plenty of water breaks. Farm Supply pregame tonight. The Mustangs were 5-5. It needs to be put in some context. They had some COVID issues last year, Reed, and one thing that you noticed from looking at their results from last year, they scored a lot of points. They gave up some points, but they can score points, and they've got speed to burn here.
Yeah, I listened to an interview with their head coach today, and they really think that they were 2 or 3 games away from making a run into the playoffs. So that 5-5 record that they had last year is not indicative to the types of talent that they have on this team. And so the thing is, we've had 2 days prepare. They've had 2 days prepare. The first football game's always sloppy, so everybody today has asked me for predictions, and I just throw up my hands and say, I don't know.
Who knows? It's like walking into a dark room. You're going to bump into anything? We'll find out here in a little while. Speaking of the West Plains Zizzers, though, I think we can legitimately say from how last season ended with Jeff City Helias just blowing, well, they had kind of a tough game in the championship, but you can make a real case and say that with that matchup with the Crusaders last year up in Jeff City, the best high school football game I've ever seen, most exciting game.
Yeah, you take away the first quarter, and that's a totally different game, and I was proud of our guys, the way they stood toe-to-toe with them and made things happen, but that was a totally different game after the first quarter. Unfortunately, when you spot a team 14 points, it's hard to come back.
My point being that it was an example of West Plains probably being you can make a case them being at least the second best team in the state last year.
Absolutely, yeah. And so Jeff City Helias was obviously the best team in the state. There's no doubt about it. We had our chances to win that game, and I like to think that we were the second best team in Class 4 last year. And Class 4 was pretty dominant across all classes last year. So pretty good argument could be made that Class 4 in Missouri is the best class.
You like to have a lot of experience on it. I counted 26 seniors on this roster. That is a really deep, experienced team.
It's so deep, and so we have, on our roster, we have 9 returning seniors on offense and 9 returning seniors on defense, and we lost some key pieces last year, mainly Sebastian Rogers, Titus Seeley. I mean, those are 2 huge players that we don't have coming back this year, and so we just got to have some of these younger kids step up and fill those gaps.
Well, let's see how the Zizzers will line up offensively tonight. The tackles will be Jalen James, 6'7", 275, and Gabe Dietrich, 6'5", and 245. The guards are Blake Reed and Cole Easley. Blake Reed, 6'1", 305. Cole Easley, 6'4", 235. Magnus Sanders at center, 6 foot 370. Dagan Kenslow is the quarterback, back for his senior year, along with fellow senior Connor Lair, running back. Dagan is 6'3" and 195. Connor Lair, 6 feet 220, with lots of Division I offers and more to come. The H-back Garrett Mahan, when he's in there, 6'6", 230. Wideouts are Watson Hafer and Josh Leeser, 6'4", 205 and 6'5", 180, respectively. And Heston Miller, of course, will get a lot of playing time on the outside. The toss, the Zizzers in the home red with black pants, black hats. They have won the toss and will receive, and they'll go from north to south as the Mustangs and Zizzer captains will shake at midfield and get ready for the kickoff to start this football game. This is going to be fun. We've got a great crowd for the ball game tonight. Let's take a short pause, and we'll come back with the opening kickoff as we wrap up the Hirschfeed Farms on 102.5 KDY.
Outpost Motorsports in downtown West Plains has side-by-sides in stock ready for your next adventure, hunting trip, or work around the farm. Stop in and see the High Sun Sector 550, perfect for work or play. The High Sun Sector comes standard with top, windshield, and winch. You don't have to add that on later. Stop by Outpost Motorsports today and check out the full line of side-by-sides in stock now, or check them out online at outpostmotorsports.com.
Ozark Conference football excitement continues now with the Zizzers on KDY.
And we come back and ready for the kickoff at, let's see, game time temperature is going to be 89 degrees. And we will have lots of water breaks as this one goes along. Bright, sunny, early evening. It'll be the Center Hill Mustangs kicking the football away with Harrison Brown. And first time out there, make sure everybody's where they should be. Aha, they were only 10 deep out there, so now they get number 11 on the field. Whose job is that to make sure they're out? Is that the kicker? Is he supposed to be counting people or what?
As a kicker and then the special teams coach, so I can promise you there's a coach on the sideline that's not very happy right now.
Back deep for the Zizzers, it will be Garrett Drown. And the 5'11", 190-pound senior is the deep man. He's flanked on each side. Watch for a angled pooch kick here. They were doing that a lot as they warmed up tonight. So we'll see how this all plays out. And West Plains will move up just a little bit over on the left side for West Plains as far as the deep man. Aiden Holt, who missed early last year because of injury, him out there. And West Plains will also have Carter McCracken. Here's the kick, and there it is, a short, high pooch kick. Players run into one another, and the Zizzers will down it at the 27-yard line, and that's how the football game starts. West Plains, first down and 10 from their own 27-yard line. Dagan Kenslow is the quarterback. We've got some outstanding players up and down this roster, but when it comes to the game of football, if you don't have a guy that can pull the trigger back there at quarterback, you're not going to go very far. Dagan Kenslow is a big key to this football team, and he can do about everything.
Absolutely. If you watch his progression from the beginning of the year last year towards the end of the year, he made so much progress, and I'm hearing great things about him in the offseason as well.
Here we go. West Plains, first down 10. 26-yard line is the line of scrimmage. Miller in motion, and they'll hand it to him around the left end, and he gets to the corner, 30, 35-yard line, 40-yard line, 45, 50, and he's tackled from behind at the 43 of Center Hill, and a touchdown saving tackle that time by Jason Painter, a linebacker who chased him down from behind. So there's a big run on first down and good blocking on the left end that time, Reed.
Great blocking on a jet sweep to Heston Miller, and he is one of the fastest kids I've ever seen play football. So once he gets out into open space, he is a hard man to catch.
That is 34 yards and a first down. Here we go with a deep back behind Kinslow, and the whistle is blown. We'll have a stoppage before we even got started. They gave him forward progress all the way down to the 40-yard line of the Mustangs. So we'll see if it was just a matter of not getting the yard markers set, and evidently that's what it was. So here we go again. One play in and a 34-yard pickup. Our average on first down is outstanding. Here's a handoff left. Carter Lear, big hole, 40, 35-yard line, 30-yard line. He may score 20, 15, 10, 5, and pushed out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
And Heston Miller, that got the rock on the jet sweep on the last play, had a devastating block to free Condolaire up around the right end this time. So a lot of times these high school football players is what you do without the ball that's just as important as with the ball.
Our first down average just went up.
Right.
37 yards on that carry. So 2 plays, 71 yards, and knocking on the door for West Plains, the first possession of the night. Man in motion from the left. They'll fake it. Kinslow keeps it, turns it up, gets a yard, maybe 2, near the 1-yard line. And that'll bring up second down and goal to go. Once again on the tackle that time for the Center Hill Mustangs, Jason Painter, 6'1", 185-pound linebacker. And that'll bring up second down. And the scoreboard says from the 3. So we'll go with that, I guess. Well, they're inside the 3. About the 1.5-yard line. Let's see if they run the ball right this time. Here's a low snap, fumbled, and Dagan Kinslow just has to fall on the football. So bad exchange, and that'll set up third down and goal to go from the 8-yard line.
And that's where those first game jitters come in. It's the first time we've actually got to hit somebody other than ourselves. And every once in a while, you're going to have a low snap or a wide snap. And Kinslow did the wise thing there and shows his maturity and just downs the ball where it lies.
Connor Lair will line up deep in the backfield. Behind Kinslow. Fake it, play action, wide open left side. Caught in a touchdown for West Plains. And answering the bell with the reception, Josh Leeser. And really good play action fake that time by Dagan Kinslow.
I think Josh Leeser is going to be a name that we're going to hear a lot of this season. He's 6'6", 195 as a wide receiver, and that is something that you don't see in high school very often.
So the Zizzers pick up the score with 9:53 to play in the first quarter. And that didn't take very long. And now they'll go for the conversion in some form or other. It looks like they'll try to kick the extra point here. Braden Wall will be the kicker. Hayden Cook will hold it. The hold will be on the 10-yard line. 9:53 to play in the first quarter. 6-0 already, West Plains. Snap low, put down, the kick is up, no good. And that's the way the first EXP goes this season. Low snap, and couldn't do much with it. So 9:53 to go in the first quarter with the score West Plains 6 and Center Hill 0. And we're back in a minute on KDY.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. State Farm agent Justin Shelby is your one-stop shop in South Central Missouri and Northern Arkansas for protecting your car and stuff. State Farm agent Justin Shelby is ready to help.
State Farm agent Justin Shelby is ready to help you save in West Plains and in Houston. Call us today at 417-967-4152 or 417-256-3434. Like a good neighbor, Justin Shelby State Farm is there.
Individual premiums may vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Hawkins Home and Lawn. Best brands, best service since 67.
Hi, this is Anna. It's back to school mattress sale now through the end of August. Twin size mattresses starting at $149. Full size starting at $199. Queens at $299. And 12-inch queen hybrid mattress with pocket quills and gel memory foam only $399.
Hawkins Home and Lawn. Best brands, best service since 67.
It's back to the field for more Zizzer football action on Hot Country KDY.
With Zizzer legend Reed Grigsby over here to my right, we come back to our climate control booth. Thank you so much, West Plains School System.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, it's a hot night out there, and me and Harlan are I'm about to have to take my shirt off. It's so
A few years ago at this time, we'd be killing wasps and sweating. That'd be about it. Here we go with the kick. Very good kick, and that's going to sail back to the 12-yard line. It's taken there on the fly by Keon McChristian, and he is going to be dropped, and I mean dropped. Terrific job of coverage that time by the Zizzers. They'll stop that play at the 10-yard line as he tried to circle back, and that didn't work.
Yeah, I think he got tackled by the turf monster that time.
Think so?
It happens every so often, but now we're getting ready to see the strength of Center Hill, which is their offense, and this could be interesting.
It's going to be interesting to see this kid at quarterback, who his name is Eric Covington, 6'3" and 255, and he's the quarterback.
And he's bigger than anybody on their offensive line.
He is huge, and what a combination. He's a quarterback and defensive lineman. I've never even heard of that. From the 9-yard line, their own, 91 to go for a touchdown. Man in motion right. They run the single wing, handoff up the middle, and they ain't going anywhere. Well, it's going down in the end zone as the Zizzers closed in and shut that down very quickly. No gain on the play.
That was Jason Lopez that got his nose in there from that free safety position, and I've heard some really great things about him as well as in the offseason. He's a weight room rat, and he puts the time in and has really perfected his craft.
Jason Lopez was a playmaker last year,
yes,
and got better as the year went. We've got some kids that are going to be playing as starters this season that did spot duty last year, but when they had the chance, they did a terrific job. Here is second down, and it looks like 11. Covington with the ball, tucks it away, spins away, and is tackled at the 17, maybe the 18-yard line, and he'll pick up pretty good yardage on the play, and it'll be a gain of about 9, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 2.
The big man showed some quickness, and so he had a pretty good gap open up on the right side, and he was able to tuck his nose up in there and get great yardage on 2nd down.
So it'll bring up a 3rd down situation. This is a team that they can throw the ball some, but they want to run the football. When you run the single wing, you're probably, now they're going to line up in a kind of a staggered I formation. Man in motion. Now they stop. They're going to audible the play here. And now timeout's going to be called with 8:10 to go, and Center Hill will call timeout on the field. And if you're watching us on the Facebook page, on live stream, if you're with us on Facebook and listening from somewhere far off tonight, let us know where you're listening to the ball game at. We'll take a brief 30-second break. You're listening to Zizzer Football on KDY.
This testimonial with Mother Nature is brought to you by Butler Heating and Air of West Plains.
Being Mother Nature, I can change the weather from freezing to sweltering. It's not so easy to keep your home cool or cozy with me in charge. Unless you have that Train Home app, then you have control. That's not fair.
Butler Heating and Air keeps you comfortable no matter what Mother Nature brings. Call 256-7984 to learn more. It's hard to stop a train.
Back we come, 3rd down and 2, and Tim will keep the football, and he'll drag about 4 red shirts with him as he gets the 1st down across the 20 near the 23-yard line. And their coach, Alan Peacock, was telling me that the prime thing that they want to do is, and he used the words, shorten the game. And so that means, you're going to probably keep it on the ground for the most part.
Yeah, they throw very little from what I understand.
It is 1st down and 10, 23-yard line now for the Mustangs from Mississippi. Handoff over the right side, and it looked like running back may have slipped a little bit as he took the handoff that time, but there wasn't much there to begin with. The ball carrier, Amari Dawkins, 5'5", 160, and he got a couple of yards out of it, actually, close to 3 yards.
Looks like number 59, Austin Davis, got in there on that tackle, and also 63, Miles Foster.
We're going to be talking about a few new names, but a lot of familiar ones at the same time for West Plains this season. 7:14 to play. Clock running again, and it is going to be 2nd down and 7. Covington takes the snap, toss to the right, same play or same running back, and he'll be pushed way out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage, and we'll see where his carry started to go into the negative, and that's where they'll give him forward progress, but he's going to end up losing, it looks like, about 5 yards.
And I'll tell you, the scary part about playing a team with 2 days' notice is it's not just any team. They run the triple option, similar to Army, Navy, Air Force, all the academy schools, and that is a very hard defense to prepare for. But great pursuit by the Zizzers that time playing assignment football.
So now 3rd down at about 12. Single back, wingman to the right side, man in motion from the left wing, back to throw, coming in, hit from behind, and Lopez, can he get him down? He finally does. Inside the 15-yard line, and that was a corner or a linebacker blitz, whatever, but Lopez got him and slung him around and finally got him down. There's a loss on that play of about 6 yards.
Looks like Lopez is playing in kind of a monster back or an outside linebacker position, and they had that blitz on and timed it perfectly. Good job. The quarterback outweighs Lopez by about 100 pounds, so good job by Lopez to even get that big man to the ground.
It was like swinging a tractor around once he got hold of him there. It was hard to get a tractor on the ground. Now with 5:42 to go in the quarter, Covington will stand back at his own 2-yard line to take this snap. And Connor Lair is back. Ball is blocked. The kick is blocked. Goes high in the air. It's taken in midair, caught, and returned for a touchdown. How about that? And welcome back once again, Aiden Holt. I don't know who blocked it, but it went about 10 miles high, came down to Holt's arms, and he took it in for the touchdown.
He did, and it looks like we also have a flag on the play. I'm not quite sure what it is yet, but it may be excessive celebration. I don't know. That's a tough call.
Well, 5:25 left in the quarter, and West Plains has their second touchdown on. They haven't put it on the board yet because we haven't got a signal yet. So let's see if this is a foul on the play or if this is a post foul here after the fact. They're discussing this at length, all 5 officials down on the south goal line, and the referee will get this all lined up before he comes out and demonstrates what this is all over. Looks like it's going to be a touchdown. Well, the penalty is going to be against West Plains. Did we have too many men on the field? It looks to me like that they're not going to count the touchdown.
I think that's probably excessive celebration. I didn't see what the call was. I'm not sure.
I never did see the touchdown signal, but evidently it was a touchdown on the block punt return by Aiden Holt. And so it's now 12-0, and West Plains will, there we get the touchdown signal.
Good.
5:25 to go in the quarter. We'll see if we can get this extra point kick through the uprights. Aiden Holt turned that about 13 yards. And here we go, the extra point. Hayden Cook takes a snap, gets it down. The kick is up, and the line drive looks good. And it is good. West Plains on top with 5:25 to go in the first quarter, 13-0. And we're back in a minute on Hot Country KDY.
School is back in session and things are real hectic. Trying to get in the groove of the new routine. School, sports practice, and games, not to mention work and everything else you are trying to do. Let Zizzer Coin Laundry help take a load off. Drop off all your laundry, and they will wash, dry, fold, even press if needed. Zizzer Coin Laundry will do everything, but put it away. Zizzer Coin Laundry on Porter Wagner Boulevard next to R&R Tire Express in West Plains.
Stuart Morrison Ready Mix has been serving the Ozarks for over 3 decades. Think about that. And takes great pride in producing quality concrete, offering competitive prices. Stuart Morrison Ready Mix is ready to help you with all your residential, commercial, or agriculture concrete and rock needs. Give them a call today, 256-8171. Stuart Morrison Ready Mix, where you get concrete results every time.
West Plains football continues now on Hot Country KDY.
Reed, we have 27 sponsors on the radio this year. And we also have several sponsors for our video stream. And we want to say a big thanks to all of them for helping us get this whole thing put together this year. On the live stream, Mr. Dent Collision Repair, Ozarks Healthcare, Ink Monkey Screen Printing and Graphics, Hurst Feed and Farm Supply, along with Dairy Queen and Taco Alejandro's, Edgeler and Harper, Kubota, Main Street Boutique, plus Burton Creek Rural Medical Clinic, Perch Pool and Spa, Butler Heating and Air, McFarland Spine and Sport, Ozark Cafe, CarStar Global's Collision Repair, and Community First Banking Company, all bringing you the pictures here on the live stream and on our Facebook page from McDonald's Field at Zizzer Stadium tonight. The penalty was marked off on the kickoff. So here is the kick. A low line driver that bounces once, twice, picked up on the bounce at the 30. Running right, tripped up. Good play on the coverage. That looked like Drown on the coverage that time, making the stop at the 39-yard line of Center Hill.
First time we mentioned Drown in this game, and I promise you it won't be the last because he tends to be where the action is.
Last year we saw him generally at defensive end, and he was such a force there, rushing the quarterback, good against the run. This year, though, he's playing back at linebacker. Got some big shoes to fill back there, but that's a pretty good guy to put back there to fill those shoes.
Absolutely.
So the play called on the sideline, and here come the Mustangs. They'll line up with a single back. And if I'm West Plains defense, just the little we've seen, I am really keying on number 7 back there. Wherever he goes, that's where you go, and you're going to have a pretty good chance of making a play. Here's the option going to the right side, flip back 40, 45-yard line, and tackle is made on the far side by Dagan Kinslow. After the tackle was made, they're going to mark that near the 40-yard line. So a gain on that play, about 8 yards, and they'll bring up 2nd down and 2.
And that's what the triple option is so dangerous. They faked the handoff right up the middle and then pitched it out to the pitch man. And if you're not playing assignment football and up in their face, then they can get some good yardage.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 2, and I'm sure this is the kind of situation that Coach Peacock would love to see a lot more tonight. 2nd and short. Quarterback keeps it. Gets across the 50, and we got about 8 bodies on him, and they finally push him over at midfield. 6'3" and 255. First down for the Mustangs, and that'll be their 2nd first down of the football game.
Yeah, 6'3", 255, and he honestly looks like Vince Young out there. If anybody remembers Vince Young when he was in college playing for Texas, he was a force to be reckoned with. And then this quarterback, if he gets into the open, we're going to have a hard time getting him down.
It's 1st down and 10, 49 of West Plains now. And they will fake it, pitch it, fumble it, pick it up at the 50, 45, turn it back at the 40, and knocked out of bounds. On the carry that time was Keon McChristian, a 6-foot, 165-pound running back, and he is not quite to the first down, but it's going to be about 2 yards short.
And once again, that triple option, they faked the handoff to the inside and pitched it to the pitch man. And even though he fumbled the pitch, he had all kinds of green space out in front of him. So that's something that the Zizzers are going to have to get used to seeing in this ball game.
Here we go on, well, it was, they gave him the first down on the play, so 3rd first down for the Mustangs. From the 38-yard line of West Plains, they'll fake it up the middle, and the quarterback Covington will keep it for a gain of 2 on the play. And the Zizzers interior line, they're going to have their fill of this guy tonight. On the tackle that time was Tristan Clark. Last year, got to play quite a bit and really played well.
And that's the important thing about a program like what we have now is that we have some depth, and depth is so important because if somebody goes down, you have to have one of these kids step in and contribute.
And I said that to Matt Perkins yesterday. I said, "This is the most depth you've had, right?" He said, "Oh, yeah." And quality depth. They'll take it to the right. Quarterback keeps it and is slung down in the backfield. And the Zizzers got some penetration. I believe Lopez again.
Lopez, and looked like Brendan Marks was also in there on that tackle.
There's a loss on the play of 3. And I think that was purely a case of they just keyed it. He faked to the fullback, but they keyed on the quarterback the whole way on that play and dropped him for a loss. Back at the 38 now, original line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10. A triple option team doesn't have to throw the ball in a situation like this, but we may see if they're inclined to do so here. Double wing, single back. Covington at quarterback. on third down and long. They hand it off, and that's not going to go anywhere. Again, Lopez on the stop. A gain on the play of maybe a foot, and that's going to bring up a fourth down situation for the Mustangs.
Fourth and long, and Lopez is the man that eventually brought him down, but Tristan Clark was also in there with the initial contact that tripped him up a little bit, so good teamwork by the Zizzers.
So now it's going to be fourth down, and if they're not going to throw it, you got to imagine they're going to run the option here, but what will they do? They'll have a man in the slot on the left, the double wing single back set, and that's what they run out of pretty much each time, it looks like. Man in motion, throw. Covington down the sideline, overthrown, incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs for the Mustangs, and they had no one open on that play.
They really didn't. There was a split second there where I thought maybe there was a window, but we had it well defended and played that very well. Didn't have a whole lot of pressure on the quarterback, but didn't necessarily need to.
So first down and 10 now. 38-yard line of West Plains. Scored 2 touchdowns. One a short drive. The other on a block punt. 1:39 to go. One thing about the way Center Hill plays offensively is the clock's going to run a lot quicker than it would if Glendale were here.
If Glendale were here, we'd be.
We wouldn't even have started yet, probably. Craziest thing I ever saw last year. First down, 38-yard line. Kinslow pressure from the outside. Throws it deep. Post pattern down the right middle. Oh, no good. Incomplete. Boy, he had him open. Dagan Kinslow threw a good ball, just a little overthrown down around the 20-yard line of Center Hill.
Yeah, it looks like we got a flag on the play. They must have came into Kinslow below the knees on the tackle, so that's going to get a illegal contact penalty, I believe.
Well, let's see. They're talking to the Zizzers, so that's always a good sign. And that will be, let's see, if that's marked from the spot of the foul, that would take it up to about the 44-yard line. So we'll see what transpires here. Next week, we're on the road going to Springfield Hillcrest, who I was kind of impressed with last year when they came up here. They gave us a game.
We were very lucky to get out of that game with a win. They definitely had the talent, and I've always said Hillcrest always have the talent. If they can get it pulled together, they are very dangerous.
A misread there. That was against West Plains, and that sends it all the way back just inside the 15. That must have been a holding penalty. They had one guy coming hard on the right end, and evidently that's where the hold was. So second down and a lot. Got to get it to the 38. Screenplay left. Pass is caught. And up the left sideline. And it's going to be a good pickup on the play. Connor Lehrer flared out, caught the pass, and got a lot of that back. And he's out at the 37-yard line. So a good pickup on the play, about 22 yards. And it'll be now, well, the yard marker says first, it should be second down.
Second and 11.
Yep.
Just about got back to the original line of scrimmage, so good play that time. Connor Larry is another hard man to bring down.
Here we go on now first down and about 11 from the 37-yard line. Play action. Kinslow has to step up, turns it up, and he'll be tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Good job that time for Center Hill. Getting in on the stop was Masai Wright, and the defensive lineman made the play. Maybe a very short loss on the play. We're down to 40 seconds. Quite likely the final play of quarter number 1. And the Zizzers are on top, 13-0 against the Center Hill Mustangs from Olive Branch, Mississippi. Dagan Kinslow sets up deep. He's going to send out 4 receivers. Quarterback draw. Can he get a block on the edge? Tries to get to the corner. 40-yard line. Puts the shoulder pads down. Gets to the 45. Ooh, they're going to give him a tremendous mark. Up near the 47. That's close to a first down.
Another great block by Heston Miller. They're kind of springing forward for another 4 or 5 yards, and they are going to be really, really close to the first down, Harlan. And you can be rest assured Matt Perkins is going to go for this one.
Yes. After we take a break, because quarter 1 is over, the Zizzers lead the Mustangs 13-0. We're back in a minute on KDY.
Hi, this is Reese, and at Lynch Equipment in West Plains, we have lots of customers come in and tell us how they are tired of lawnmowers that just don't last. Isn't that right, Riley?
They sure do, and that's when we introduced to them the new Liberty Z zero-turn rider from Skag Power Equipment. The Liberty Z is built to last and provides our customers with years of dependable performance.
That's right, and they love the professional quality cut because Skag designed the Liberty Z exclusively for residential customers.
Stop in and see our parents, Scott and Crystal Brown, at Lynch Equipment in West Plains.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. Because State Farm agent Justin Shelby is your one-stop shop in South Central Missouri and Northern Arkansas for protecting your car and stuff for a surprisingly great rate.
State Farm agent Justin Shelby is ready to help you save in West Plains and in Houston. Call us today at 417-967-4152 or 417-256-3434. Like a good neighbor, Justin Shelby State Farm is there.
Individual premiums may vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Now it's more Zizzer football excitement on Hot Country KDY.
Reed Grigsby, we've got folks listening to the watching the broadcast down in Moody on Norfolk Lake. Well, Paducah, Kentucky, Eldon, Missouri, home of the Mustangs, by the way. Holly Springs, Mississippi. Checking it out tonight. So happy to have you tuned in. Birch Tree, Atlanta, Georgia.
Nice.
We're spread out all over the place. I want to tell you something. We went. We have family that live at Hernando, which I'll get to here in a little bit. Now, 4th down and 1, hard snap count. They didn't bite. So now we'll call a play and run something here. Maybe a Connor Lair handoff. They need a yard from the 47. Hand it to Connor, spins away, gets stood up. I don't think he made it.
No, I believe he's going to be about a half yard short, Harlan. Depends on the spot here, but it's not looking good.
Great defense that time by the Mustangs, who really filled the middle that time. 40 and 41 came up. Nate Taylor and Lawrence Jones both in on the tackle. And it's not easy to bring Connor Lair down, but they did a fine job. There's no way that's a first down.
No,
not even close.
No.
So it's turnover on downs, and
they're going to bring out the chains, though, Harlan. But I mean, I wasn't real good at geometry in high school, but I could tell that angle was off a little bit.
That's not going to do anything. So it'll be a turnover on downs, and it'll be the Mustangs with the football with 11:55 to go here in the opening half, quarter number 2. We had so many people watching the live stream last year. And we obviously have the same thing this year. Anyway, I was going to say we have family that live in Hernando, Mississippi, which is just down the road from South Haven and Olive Branch. And I'll tell you what, if you've never been down there in the springtime, you want to see green?
Yes.
You will see the brightest greens you've ever seen in your life. Some of the prettiest stuff that you'll ever encounter. Springtime in North Mississippi, it's a sight to behold. Here we go on 1st down and 10 from the West Plains. 47, toss play left. They've got some running room, and a blocker turns it upfield 35-30 and tackle at the 25. So a gain of 22 on the run. And the Mustangs won here. First time they've been able to do that tonight. The ball carrier was Keon McChristian. Had a terrific gain on that play.
Yeah, Keon McChristian actually he showed some blazing speed once he got into the open, and that's a player we're going to have to watch for the rest of the game.
I think that was a case not only of good blocking by the Mustangs, but they caught West Plains and just the right defense for that play they ran right there. 1st down and 10 now. 23-yard line of West Plains for the Mustangs. They'll hand it right up the middle. No, they'll fake it. Covington will keep it and barrel across the 20, down around the 19-yard line, it looks like. So it'll be a gain on that play of 5, almost 6 yards.
Yeah, and once again, it took 2 or 3 players to get him down. We had one guy around his ankles, and he was still able to bumble forward for a couple yards, and he's going to be a tough guy to handle.
Essentially 5 on the carry, and now it'll bring up 2nd down and 5 yards to go. Single running back with the double wing set and the slot man On each side, they had 2 men in motion, and that is illegal in the state of Missouri and in the state of Mississippi. Illegal procedure against the Mustangs, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, speaking of Hernando, I believe they're in Center Hill's conference, and so they get to play Hernando every year. So I'm sure they're familiar with each other.
And Center Hill, if I remember what Coach Peacock was saying about his football team, they're about the smallest school, I think, in their conference or in their classification in their conference. So we know what that's like in Class 4 over the last few years, don't we?
Right.
It's 2nd down and 10. 2nd down and 10, and Covington will bring them up. He'll take the snap, keep it, dropped after a gain maybe of 1 yard on the play. And again, an instance of West Plains just flat out keen on Covington, who is slow to get up. And we'll see if that looks like a cramp to me, but I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on television. The tackle made that time for West Plains by, who was that? Miles Foster made the tackle that time for West Plains. Yep, that sure seems to be a cramp to me.
Yeah, looks like he's walking off under his own power and is getting better with every step. So, yeah, looks like a cramp. And those things will make you feel like you're dying. So I feel for the kid for sure.
Now, we're very happy if you're listening down toward Memphis, down around Olive Branch in that general area. We're so happy to have you with us. I was asked today, and I love my kids as much as anybody does and love them to death. But they said, would you drive 4 hours to watch your kid play football? I said, not with the live stream.
It'd be tough.
It is 3rd down and 9. Coming to hit in the back, loose football, and I think West Plains came away with it. And that is, in fact, the case, it looks like.
No indication yet. They may call that one down, Harlan, and I have a suspicion that he was down.
All right, so if that be the case, it's going to bring up 4th down. And now what will the Mustangs do here? Once again, on the play that time for the Zizzers was Miles Foster, a 6'4", 230-pound junior. And so the Mustangs will go to the sideline. The ball is going to be on the 23 of West Plains. So if you're going to be bold and try a 40-yarder. Well, and here we go with 10:08 and counting in the second quarter from West Plains, Missouri. 13-0. Zizzers lead the Mustangs. It's a 4th down, the scoreboard, it says 3rd down and 9. I got lost somewhere here. And now Matt Perkins is out there talking to the referee, probably saying, hey, isn't it 4th down? Scoreboard says 3rd. Yard marker says 3rd. And now Matt's telling him what happened on each play and why it should be 4th down maybe. And now the referee's not too sure. Boy, did we miss one here?
There was a penalty in between there, too, so there's a replay it down.
That is probably the deal. All right, so now it is 3rd down and 9. Wide receiver is split out wide to the right. That's Will Lang. And man-to-man coverage out there. Here's the snap. Here's the ball run to the left side. And the tackle will be made on the far side after gaining 5, maybe 6 yards on the run for Keon McChristian, who is getting some fairly steady work here. And that will bring up 4th down. McChristian has carried the ball 4 times tonight for 36 yards, including a 22-yard run. So 4th down and about 4.5 for the 1st down. The ball is on the 19 of West Plains with 9:22 to go. So let's see if the Zizzers come after him here, go hard toward the quarterback, bring some pressure from the outside. On 4th down, handoff, fake, toss play left. McChristian gets a block, gets to the corner, and knocked out of bounds at around the 10-yard line. Just about a touchdown on that play. It's from this far, from the far side. I believe it's Heston Miller that made the tackle. But
Jesse Hudson.
Jesse Hudson.
Yeah, number 22.
And we haven't even mentioned Jesse's name yet tonight. And, man, what a contributor he was last year.
Yeah. But that's a little razzle-dazzle there from Center Hill. There was a fake handoff, there was a fake pitch, and then there was the real pitch, and he was able to get out into space. And thankfully, Jesse Hudson was out there and saved a touchdown.
5th first down, and now it's first down for Covington on the carry inside the 5-yard line to the 4-yard line on first down and goal to go. So the big kid will take it down. They're going to mark that just inside the 5-yard line of West Plains. So a fast start for West Plains, a 13-0 lead. But, Reed, if the Mustangs punch this thing in, it's still very, very much a football game.
And that's the danger of playing a ball control offense like this. They can take a lot of time off the clock, and that almost becomes their biggest weapon.
7 carries for Covington. Let's see if this is number 8 from the 4-yard line of West Plains. Man in motion from the right. Fake the handoff. Covington will be stood up and driven back at the 3-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and goal to go.
This is very similar. Their offense reminds me a lot of Lebanon. And Lebanon has much the same mentality of where they're just going to gain 4 or 5 yards, chip away, and they're going to run the clock down. And if they're able to score and keep the game close, then they have a chance at the end. And that seems to be Center Hill's philosophy as well.
So now it's 3rd down and goal from the 4-yard line. They'll split receivers each side. Double wings. That means no tight end. And a single running back. Let's see what Covington does. Fakes it, rolls right, throws to the end zone. It's intercepted at the 5 to the 20. This may go all the way, and it looks like it is at the 40, 30, 20. And he returns a interception for a touchdown. Connor Lair, for the 2nd time in as many games, going back to the Helias game. A flag is down behind the play. And I'm trying to see exactly where the flag is.
They're called holding on West Plains, it looks like, but I don't know if it was holding on the pass or it was holding on the return.
Illegal use of hands is the signal I saw one of the officials make there. Well, that negates a 95-yard interception return for a touchdown. And so it comes down to pre or post possession, I guess. Holding is called against West Plains, so no indication yet as to whose football it's going to be, but they throw out a football from the West Plains sideline, so that means West Plains is going to have the football.
And that was a beautiful pick 6. It's a shame that they had to come back, but Connor Lair was right on top of that, and we've seen him do that over and over the last 4 years. Just in the right place at the right time, has a great nose for the ball, and once he gets the ball, he is more than willing to do something with it.
It's really something how often really good players find themselves in the right place at the right time.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah. It's amazing.
Timeout on the field, 7:17 to play in the first half. West Plains leads the Mustangs from Olive Branch, Mississippi, and Center Hill by a score 13-0. Back in 30 seconds on KDY.
Brown Furniture and Appliance has a 4.5 cubic foot washing machine with agitator in stock for only $569.95. You heard right. Need a dryer as well? Get the matching dryer and only pay $10.99 for the set, saving you even more money. Brown Furniture and Appliance also has upright type freezers in stock. Get 24-month no-interest financing with approved credit. Brown Furniture and Appliance. Since 1949, Brown Furniture and Appliance is now hiring. Stop in for details.
The Zizzers play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
Back with Reed Grigsby, and we are so grateful to have you listening and watching our broadcast telecast again here tonight. First down and 10 West Plains. Actually, first and 95. They're at their own 5-yard line. And with 7:17 to go, what will they do on first down? Nagin Kinslow takes the snap, and he'll hand off to the left side. And some running room, and across the 10, that's Miller at the 15-yard line. Turns it back to 20, 25, near the 30-yard line. 25-yard run. And we'll probably see more of that with Heston Miller just getting his hands on the football and giving him a chance to do something.
Yeah, and not only is Heston Miller fast, he's also 6'1", 205. And so when you see a guy like that out in the flat and has some green space in front of him, he can get some really good momentum.
25-yard run, 2 carries, 59 yards for Heston Miller. They'll run it to the left this time. Missed tackle at the 35 up to the 40 before the tackle is made. And the Zizzers move the football very well that time. Again, they're running to the left side of that line, and they're clearing out some people over there. So an excellent job on the blocking side that time. Ball carrier for West Plains. Well, I lost.
Heston Miller
It was Heston, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So another good gain and a first down. Here's a throw out to the right side. That ball is caught by Zizzer, and he'll break 1 tackle, 2 up across the 47 to the, 45 to the 47-yard line. So a gain of 6 on the play that time. West Plains now. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Good throw. And like I said, he's a nice-looking wide receiver out there, very tall, and great line, giving us some time.
If we could get a good portion of this size to come out for basketball this year,
yeah,
it'd be pretty imposing. Trips to the left side, and now Kinslow will have Lair with him in the backfield. On 2nd down and 4, long snap count, and they hand off, and Lair is going to be collared in the backfield. Back at the 40, that's a loss of 7 yards on the play. Really good play that time by Nate Taylor, a 6-foot linebacker, 6-foot, 195-pound linebacker who read that. And just like you got to believe that West Plains defense is reading and keen on Covington. And I think they're doing the kind of the same thing with Connor Lair here a little bit.
Absolutely. Their attitude is they're not going to let Connor Lair beat them. I mean, thankfully, we have more weapons than Connor Lair.
Here we go on 3rd down and 8. Back to throw. Kinslow, screen play to the right. Lair with the catch. Gets a block from James. 50-yard line, 45-yard line, 40-yard line. Spun out of bounds. No flags on the play. It's down to the 37, and that will be enough for a first down and a gain on the play of 20 yards.
So let's talk about Jalen James for a minute over there on the
Please
left
do.
side. I literally saw that kid 3 years ago, and he had no idea how to get down into a football stance. Now he's a senior, and he is an absolute animal, has Division I offers from Iowa State. He is a huge asset on the left side of that West Plains line.
Same side West Plains has been running to so far. Now it's 1st down and 10 from the 37-yard line of the Mustangs. Kinslow, bullet pass to the sideline, caught 35-30, and finally out of bounds on the near sideline at the 27-yard. That's going to be really close to a first down on that pass play, which went out to Dalton Cox, and it'll bring up either first, second.
They're going to go ahead and give us the first down, Harlan.
Charity starts at McDonald's Field.
Yeah.
1st down and 10, 27-yard line now. Kinslow, the only guy in the backfield, and now the snap. They'll hand it off, fumble it, lose football, and it looks like West Plains got it back. I believe they did, and they did.
Yeah, they got it back. Hayden Cook came around for the sweep and was not able to get a handle on the ball, and thankfully he was able to recover and at least down the ball.
So there's going to be a loss on the play at 4. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 14. It'll be interesting to see if West Plains leans a little more on the passing game this year, because they certainly have the ability to do that. Man in motion, Cox, throw left, and the ball is caught on a low throw. Tackle made at the 22-yard line, so that's going to be a gain of 9 as the Zizzers went. They did a little misdirection on that pass play, and the reception goes to Watson Hafer, and it'll bring up now 3rd down at about 4.
Watson Hafer's a 6'3", 200-pound junior.
Hard snap count. Mississippi, or I should say Center Hill, jumps offside, and that will be a first down for West Plains.
They thought we were going on one Mississippi, and we went on two Mississippi.
And it works out to a first down for the Zizzers. Their 6th first down of the first half. This first half has gone right on by. 4:10 to go. Not a lot of throwing, and the throwing we've seen generally has been of the short variety. 4 receivers with a wingman in motion to the right. The if Kinslow, stands up, throws. Oh, wow, incomplete. And I mean, that was a pick six that bounced off the shoulder pad of Camion Knight, a 5'10", 160-pound defensive back. Reed, he's going to wake up in a cold sweat tonight when he gets home, isn't he?
We are very lucky that it didn't go back the other way. He read that the whole way, and that was a design play. Quick pass out to Heston Miller. Ran a pretty good little hook pattern, and Kinslow fired it in there, but Center Hill read that like a book.
I formation, deep set, handoff. Connor Allaire left, gets a block, turns it back outside, 15-yard line, 10-yard line, out of bounds about the 8 or 9. And so that's going to be close, but not quite a first down for Connor.
Great block that time by number 76, Cole Easley, who pulled out from his position on the line and got out there and was lead blocking for Connor Allaire.
Some people may say, well, we still have Connor Allaire, but we don't have Titus Seeley anymore. Well, Garrett Drown's no slouch when you stick him back there, is he?
Yeah, and then Heston Miller's coming on. He's got some young kids, Watson Hafer and Leeser out there, contributing. So looks like we're multifaceted.
Now, here's the snap on 3rd down and 3. Pass high and incomplete. Tried to get to Heston Miller at the goal line on the right side. And fairly good coverage on the play, too. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down and about 3. That's only the 3rd incompletion for the Zizzers tonight. 5 out of 8.
And that throw was a little rushed. If you recall, that pattern was exactly like the throw that was almost a pick six. He ran the same exact pattern, then bumped out of it to try to suck the defender in, and then the throw was just a little bit early.
Here we go. Let's see if they go to the right, they clear that side out. They're going to run left. Here's Connor Allaire, first down, more 5-yard line, 2-yard line, 1-yard line. Tackle made there, and that'll bring up a first down and goal on an 8-yard carry for Connor Allaire. Sometimes we make the game a little too complicated. It's a lot more simple just to hand it off to Connor Allaire and let him get 3 yards and then some more.
That's right.
So now the Zizzers knocking on the door, trying to make it 19 to nothing if they can get in the end zone here. Dagan Kinslow stands at his 6, takes a snap, roll out to the right. Wide open in the corner, a pass, caught, touchdown. I believe Heston Miller on the receiving end of that one at the 3:27 mark.
No, I believe he dropped that one, Harlan.
Oh, he did?
It looked like a good drop, though. Yeah.
Wow.
He led him just a little bit too much.
Fool me. Sure looked like it.
I think his air conditioner is getting to you.
Let it. That's all right.
Yeah.
But that throw was...
yeah.
He couldn't have thrown any better. And now low snap handoff. Lair will tiptoe in the end zone for a touchdown around the left end. And there is your 3rd touchdown of the night for West Plains. It's a touchdown run for Connor Lair as he takes it in. Short yardage. And West Plains on the board for the 3rd time tonight. 19 to nothing.
Kevin Gleghorn said he's listening from St. Louis.
What's he doing in St. Louis?
Probably seeing some grandbabies if I were guessing.
And that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
So 19-0. Let's see what happens here on the extra point try. And the hold will be at the 10. And the long snap count. Come on, Hayden. And there's the snap, and it's fumbled. And he's going to roll left and try to get it to the corner. He'll throw it, and that ball is tipped away and incomplete. Well, that one blew up, and the flag is that? No, that's not a flag. That's a towel somebody was carrying. So, extra point, no good. 3:24 to play in the first half. West Plains on top, 19-0 on Hot Country KDY.
When you think anything for the office, think Bureau. From furnishings for the whole office, janitorial supplies, pens, paper, supplies, and more, think Bureau. See Reed and the crew for anything you need for the office, and they will deliver as well. Bureau is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, just off the square on West Plains, and 24 hours a day, 7 days a week online at thinkbureau.com. That's thinkbureau, BURO.com.
Now's the time to get a deal on select Kubota tractors rated #1 in dependability and easy operation at Edgeler and Harper Farm Equipment, your Kubota dealer. Right now, put 0 down and get 0 APR for 84 months, plus save up to $1,400 at Edgeler and Harper. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Hi, this is John Edgeler. Remember, we are two names you can trust, Edgeler and Harper and Kubota, West Plains and Mountain Grove.
Ozark Conference football excitement continues now with the Zizzers on KDY.
3 touchdowns for West Plains in the first half. Center Hill looking for their first one. 19-0, 3:24 left in the first half of this football game. One impression that I've had from the first half, Rita, is that West Plains seems to be a more physical football team.
Yeah, we pretty much, with take out a few plays, we've absolutely owned the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. Our offensive line is phenomenal. Defensive line is holding their own. And then when you have the big playmakers, that can make things happen, oh my.
And here's a ball picked up on a squib, and that's going to be returned down to the 10, the 5, and the tackle made from behind by Hayden Cook that saved a touchdown. Was that just a simple case of a pooch gone awry?
And that was an attempt at an onside kick, and the Center Hill player was able to catch that in air and in full stride at the same time. So not very good assignment football by the kickoff team at West Plains, and now Center Hill has a 1st and goal inside the 5.
Why don't you kick the ball deep? I mean, I've said this for years and years, and I keep saying it, but people keep doing it because, I don't know. I mean, that's just, you put it on a silver platter and say, here, do something with this. And instead of making them go 60 yards, they're going to have to go 5 and try to get back in the football game here.
But if it works, you look brilliant. So there is a trade-off.
Well, that was the other side. Here's the quarterback, Covington, keeping it, bowling up the middle. Did he get in the end zone? Yes, touchdown for the Mustangs. And so Shazam, they're back in the football game.
They really are. Yeah, we went from now it's a 2-score game, and really I think we got a little aggressive on the onside kick and was looking for a way to put them away early, and didn't work out this time, Harlan.
So we drew a big duh on that one. Now it's the extra point try, and the Mustangs will try to add to it and cut this down to a 12-point game right now. 19-6, 3:13 to play in the first half. So the Zizzers really did Center Hill a favor there. Ready for the extra point try here in the south end zone. They're still looking at the sideline like somebody's not out there that ought to be. And now they're going to have to call a timeout. Timeout on the field with 3:13 to first half. Zizzers on top. 19-6 on Hot Country KDY.
It's where to go and buy your car. Great service and best price by far. In West Plains Mo, it's where we are. Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet in West Plains.
Hi, this is Taylor Grubaugh from Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet Buick GMC in West Plains. We are a best price store, meaning you can drive through on Sunday, see the best price in the window tag, and know what you're going to pay on Monday. That's how you get great buys from nice guys.
Find new roads at Taylor Grubaugh Chevy, Buick, and GMC.
It's back to the field for more Zizzer football action on Hot Country KDY.
19-6. The Mustangs from Center Hill High School in Olive Branch, Mississippi just scored after picking up a short rolling kick and taking it down the 5. And here's a high snap on the extra point, and that blows up. That doesn't go anywhere. And it'll be no good on the extra point try. 3:13 to go in the first half. And another timeout with the score. West Plains 19 and Center Hill 6. Back in a minute on KDY.
256-7628. Write it down. Program it in your phone. Just make sure you have it handy. That is the number to J&J Recovering and Towing. Make sure that is your first call when you break down or have an accident. They will answer the phone no matter what time, 24/7, and they will get there fast. J&J Recovering and Towing will take it to the destination of your choosing. So for fast, reliable J&J Recovering and Towing, 256-7628.
The in the Ozarks. And what better way to make your day than by eating at the famous Ozark Cafe? Ozark Cafe serves some of the best home cooking in the Ozarks. It's all there for you with a menu that includes breakfast, lunch, and dinner, with breakfast served anytime. New hours are 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., closed on Sundays. Ozark Cafe at 662 Missouri Avenue in West Plains. Make your day at the Ozark Cafe.
West Plains football continues now on Hot Country KDY.
So it'll be the Mustangs kicking the ball away with 3:13 to go in the first half. Again, if you're watching the live stream of the game or maybe listening online, here's a pooch kick. It'll be caught and downed at the 43-yard line, and West Plains will start there, first down and 10.
So it's important to have a good drive here. We have plenty of time, 3 minutes and 13 seconds to chip away some yards, and it'd be really important to score right here before halftime. Center Hill will get the ball first coming out of halftime, so if we could score right before halftime, that will again put them 3 scores down, and they'll be on their heels once again.
I couldn't see inside without the light on, so I turned the light on. Then I couldn't see outside. Right. So we'll go with that. Still plenty of time, Reed, to go in the first half. If West Plains is going to do something, they've got plenty of time to work with. A man in motion is Heston Miller. They'll hand it to him. Sweet play around the left end. 45, 50-yard line. Walks the tightrope out of bounds. That'll be close to, looks like, very close to a first down, maybe just a little bit short at the 47 of Center Hill.
It looks like he stepped out of bounds a little bit sooner than I thought he did, and good spot by. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Good run by.
Boy, here would be a great spot to run a play-action pass and run that same play they missed on earlier, that post pattern down the middle.
Actually, they're going to call it a first down, Harlan.
Oh, that's good. All right, so new play. Now run the same thing. First down and 10 from the 47-yard line. They won't be expecting that here, surely. Zizzers in the red shirts. Mustangs in the white. What is the... Okay, now we're ready to go. Play clock is at 12. Lopez in motion from right to left. Kenslow deep down the middle. Got a guy. Miller. Oh, it's off his right hand and incomplete at the 7-yard line. Right down the... Well, they did come back with that, didn't they?
They did. He ran the post right down the middle again and was not able to get 2 hands on it. The ball was overthrown just ever so slightly, but a beautiful throw by Kenslow.
That was closer. The third one will probably pop for a touchdown. We'll see. They are really trying to get the ball into Heston Miller's hands a lot here in the first half. 2 receivers, make that 3 to the left side after the incompletion. 2nd down and 10. Flair in motion, flares out, takes a pass, 50-yard line, 45, turns it up, 40, 35, 30, and he steps out of bounds on the near sideline, and that's another big run for the West Plains Zizzers. It goes from the 47 all the way down to the 23-yard line, so that'll be a 24-yard run for the Zizzers on the passing catch and run.
I think I've noticed about Connor Laird in this game that we haven't necessarily seen in the past is he is got the experience now that he understands that you can step out of bounds. It's okay.
Maybe not as much fun. Handoff in the backfield. There's Miller again. 20, 15, 10-yard line. Great touchdown. With 2:37 to play, and I'm looking to see if well, there is a flag. Flag down on the play, behind the play at the 13.
It's either going to be a hold or a block in the back, Harlan. We'll find out here soon. Hold.
Holding penalty, so luckily they made that call before I wrote it down on the pad. So we'll back it up from the point of the foul. That'll be back to the 23-yard line, which will be the original line of scrimmage. You know, we haven't really mentioned the line, speaking of the line of scrimmage, West Plains line, which is obviously one of their strongest suits this year.
Oh, they're huge. I mean, Jalen James, which we mentioned. Who else we got in there? Blake Reed.
Got Magnus in there.
Yeah, Cole Beasley, Magnus.
Some big, strong kids. Here we are on First down and 10 now from the 23. Same play pretty much, and they trip up Miller in the backfield as he got about 20. I said Miller. It wasn't Miller. Or was that Dagan Kinslow? It's Dagan Kinslow on the keeper off the fake, and he picks up maybe a yard on the play.
There was a seam there initially, Harlan, and I think he overshot the seam a little bit and went to the outside, and there wasn't anything there. So very short game by Dagan Kinslow.
Single back. Now Lair will move up to the right end. Tight formation. Single back is Kinslow. He takes the snap. He looks. He steps up. He runs. He's at the 20. Hit from behind and slung down at the 17-yard line. So a gain of about 5 on that play. And it'll bring up now 3rd down and long 4.
And good decision by Kinslow. There was on the field, and he was getting some major pressure that time. And sometimes it's best to just take your lumps and tuck it up in there and make something out of nothing.
Minute 28 and counting in the first half as we approach the 8 o'clock mark. Well, it is. We're past that. 8:03. You're listening to KDY Radio West Plains. Here's a running play left. Lair tries to spin out of the tackle, gets back to the 18. He'll lose a yard. And very good pursuit that time by the Mustang defense. Tackle made that time by Lawrence Jones, along with help from Nate Taylor. And they've been in on some tackles together tonight. So loss of a yard for Lair. And now the clock down to 49 seconds. No reason to be in a big hurry here. It's going to be 4th down and 3. Play's been called. You know that as the players look at their wrists. And here we go. 4th and 6, 32 seconds in counting. Tried to draw him offside. Now they'll call timeout. So the Zizzers come to the sideline with the timeout on the field with 28 seconds left in the first half. West Plains with a 19-6 lead against Center Hill from Olive Branch, Mississippi. Back in 30 seconds on KDY.
And there's a flag on the play.
Dr. Edwin Roeder of Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine is proud to be the Zizzer team physician. The team at Ozarks Healthcare sends best wishes to all Zizzer athletes for safe play and for exceptional sportsmanship. Ozarks Healthcare hopes you stay healthy, but if injuries happen, Dr. Roeder and the rest of his team are there to help you with your recovery. Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine, a proud supporter of Zizzer Athletics.
Now it's more Zizzer football excitement on Hot Country KDY.
What will West Plains do here on 4th down and 6 from the 19-yard line of Center Hill? Center Hill has been pursuing really hard. If you have a misdirection play in your play sheet, this might be a pretty good time to do that. But here we go, 4th down and 6. Roll out right, Kinslow. He looks to the right corner, got a guy wide open, catch made and out of bounds. And that'll be a 1st down and goal to go for the Zizzers. And Heston Miller on the reception that time. As they convert the 1st down, it's going to be out of bounds at the 7. And so 1st and 10 now for West Plains, or 1st and goal to go.
Great route by Heston Miller. He was able to shed the defensive back fairly easily, and good throw by Dagan Kinslow.
Clock stopped as the player went out of bounds. 22 seconds left in the first half. Handoff, Lair. Stutter step, tries to bounce wide, turns it up, 5-yard line, takes on the tacklers and is bopped as he got down to the 1. And once again, the linebackers for Center Hill, boy, they're active. That was Nate Taylor. He put a pop on Connor Lair.
He did, and the linebacker, I can't remember the name that the coach was talking about earlier in his interview, but they do have a good linebacker core that has speed, and when they show up, they show up with anger. So, yeah, Connor Lair met his match that time right on the goal line. I'm willing to bet that we might see Connor Lair again on the next play.
That would be a fairly good bet, I would say. Hillcrest will be the opponent next week in Springfield. And if you're looking at the Ozark Conference overall, you've got to say that West Plains is right there at the top of the league. It's pretty much the same thing each year. People say, yeah, watch out for Kickapoo this year. Watch out. Well, that's going to be a prophecy that's going to be fulfilled at some point.
Sure.
But so far in recent years, the Chiefs have just not been able to get over the hump. You still got Camdenton. They'll be a tough opponent. So, it's
Lebanon, Bolivar. I mean, Rolla is on the rise. Kickapoo, like you said, one of these years is going to have a good year. I don't know that it's going to be this year or not, but they're always worth watching anyway.
Great philosopher said, to be the man, you got to beat the man. And right now, I think West Plains is the man when it comes to the Ozark Conference of Football. Here's a deep snap from the 1, and Connor Lair just pulled up and fell down at the 2-yard line like his feet went out from under him. Oh, no, he was trying to stop and change direction. So timeout called again with 7 seconds to go. Be a loss back to the 3-yard line.
So when you're West Plains and you've been so good for so long now, we definitely have a target on our back. So that makes it tough when you play teams like Lebanon and you play teams like Bolivar, which we lost to last year. Bolivar played them here. They played a great game. We didn't play our best game, and they were able to come away with a victory. And so everybody has West Plains circled on their calendar.
Well, and the other thing, too, about Bolivar is they were able to not just play a physical style of football, but they played the same style that West Plains like to play, only they took it to another level last year. And Bolivar was just terrific in that game here last year.
Yeah, and we made a lot of mistakes, too, in that game, if you recall, and they were in a position where they could capitalize on those mistakes, and they snuck a victory.
Here we go on 3rd down and to go. Here's the snap. Kinslow takes it, pops it over the middle. High throw. Is it caught? No, incomplete. Boy, that was close to a score as they ran the tight end over the middle that time, but just a little bit too tall and couldn't come down with it. The Zizzers, good play.
That was intended for Garrett Mahan. He was the slot back, and you talk about a big kid. He's 6'6", 240.
Wow. So now it's 4th down with 4 seconds to go in the half. 4th down and 2. Kinslow, let's see if he's tempted to tuck it around the corner or run it up the middle. Running play right there with the handoff. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line at the 1. We only needed 2, and we ran the ball sideways there. You got a big line, strong running back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying, but great goal line stand that time by Center Hill. They've ever since we've let them score, they've shown a new sign of life here.
That's what the English general said in Braveheart. Oh, they seem quite optimistic now.
You're exactly right.
19-6 is the halftime score. And it's time for the Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply halftime update. And that's coming up here on Hot Country KDY.
Don's Auto Service in West Plains has been serving our community for more than 40 years, specializing in doing things better, from selling tires to completing quality auto repair and auto service. If you need tire-related services, like an alignment or rotation, stop on in. We would be happy to help. Don's Auto Service is here for you.
More than just a tire store. Don's Auto Service. Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply. We have it all for you.
Hi, this is Mark. We have great news. Right now, the Bad Boy tractors are on the lot and priced right. Yes, you heard that right, Bad Boy tractors. Stop in and check out the compact tractors with low-rate financing available. They are built Bad Boy tough to carry the load. Hirsch knows tractors. See us today.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply since 1974. Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we're more than a farm store.
It's the little things in life that make it worth living. And it's those moments that make us truly feel alive that are worth celebrating. With each new day comes more reasons to celebrate. So the next time you find yourself truly feeling alive, celebrate the occasion with the crisp, light, refreshing taste of 7-Up. Today is your day, so make the most of it. 7-Up, the official sponsor of Feeling Alive.
Has your doctor prescribed CPAP therapy? If so, we can help you learn the proper way to use it for the best results. Hi, I'm Tracy Johnson, respiratory therapist at Ozarks Healthcare Medical Equipment. Sleep apnea can cause other health problems if left untreated, such as hypertension, stress, and depression. We can make sure your equipment is operating properly and help you through your treatment. See us at Ozarks Healthcare Medical Equipment, your trusted provider of home medical equipment for over 35 years.
Hey, this is Damon with TLG Peterbilt in Willow Springs. We proudly support our West Plains Zizzers. Here at TLG Peterbilt, we offer an extensive lineup of all parts for all models of all trucks and trailers in the industry. Uptime all the time. The Larson Group Peterbilt online at tlgtrucks.com or find us on US 60 in Willow Springs.
You may not need an electrician every day, but when you do, choose SRS Electric in West Plains. Sean and his crew at SRS Electric will get the job done. They're dependable, reliable, and honest. Whether you need a new house wired, you need new light fixtures installed, or just simple repairs, remember SRS Electric. Find out why people recommend SRS Electric in West Plains. Find them on Facebook or call 274-0787.
The Zizzers play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
We're back here at McDonald's Field at Zizzer Stadium, and it's halftime. It's the Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply halftime update here as we kind of take a look back here at the first half and take stock of what we have seen so far. From an overall standpoint, the score is 19-6, Reed. It doesn't feel like that close a football game, but Center Hill was opportunistic and were able to get a score on the board, which at least gives them the, gives them the feeling that we're not out of it yet.
Sure, and they're going to get the ball first coming out of halftime, and in their minds, they're going to try to put together, probably script a first drive and see if they can steal some points. And if they can, it's a one-score ball game, so that's where the importance of that onside kick not going our way, that's where that can really turn a football game around.
In the first half, West Plains able to score 3 touchdowns, and they did it. They scored the first 3 touchdowns. At 9:53, a quick drive, which set up a touchdown pass from Dagan Kinslow to Leeser from 8 yards out, make it 6-0. And then at 5:25 of the first, it was a blocked punt return for a touchdown by Aiden Holt. That is so great because he had to wait so long last year before he was able to get out there on the field. And he was, we're not just talking about, a kid that played spare. I mean, he is one of your better players, I think, sure. And especially when he got in last year. He made really quick contribution.
Yeah, it made a huge difference. I don't think he came in until game 7 or 8 of last year. So it was real late last year, and he's always been a really good football player ever since he was a little kid. So it's wonderful to see him his senior year coming out here and contributing in the first game instead of the 8th.
I had Center Hill rushing for 48 yards in the first half. No completions. They had 5 first downs, had a couple of penalties. But as far as outside of the opportunities that they had deep in the West Plains end, they weren't really able to establish and maintain anything for the most part in the first half. They had a couple of pretty good plays, and the running plays, they broke one with the tailback, Keon McChristian, and he showed us a little bit there. But other than that, they really didn't show much.
No, I mean, they took advantage of some field position. They've, had some really good plays. Their defense has really stepped up a notch. We noticed it right there at the end of the first half, is that, they really didn't know what to do with West Plains in the first quarter. In the second quarter, they stiffened up a little bit, and I think they're starting to get dialed in.
Well, this wonderful new press box facility we have here, now I thought we've got everything in here. Now I realize the one thing we're missing, security.
Yeah, that's right.
Anybody can log in here. Halftime score is 19-6. We're back in just a moment on Hot Country KDY.
Bailey Chevy would love
love to serve your transportation needs. Whether you're a Eagle, Zizzer, Tiger, or wherever you call home, Bailey Chevy would love to serve your transportation needs. Come see us at Bailey Chevy, home of the Bailey Factor in beautiful downtown Willow Springs.
Call 469-3111. Team is gonna get it done.
Propane at the corner of Lincoln Avenue and Broadway is always ready to help you out. No one ever described an inviting home as cold and cozy, and West Plains Propane will make sure it never does. Wherever you are in West Plains and surrounding area, give us a call and we'll help you out. Call us at 417-256-3470 for a free estimate. West Plains Propane, making sure our customers are our warmest friends.
Driving in the fall and winter months can be challenging. You never know what Mother Nature will bring each day. Make sure your tires have plenty of tread. Give Wilbanks Tire a chance to sell you a new set of tires. Once you buy a set of tires from Wilbanks Tire, you can come in anytime for free tire rotation for the life of your tires. So once a customer of Wilbanks Tire, you will always be a customer of Wilbanks Tire. Wilbanks Tire, 201 West 2nd Street in West Plains.
Owning your home or farm is an American dream. Wiles Abstract and Title help you accomplish that dream by having expanded services to make buying or selling real estate seamless. Closing services include electronic signatures, which limits the number of physical signatures needed.
This is Ashley Matajak at Wiles Title. Buying and selling real estate is an exciting time. Don't let the stress overwhelm you. Choose Wiles Title and let us take care of it for you. It's your choice. Choose Wiles Abstract and Title on the Square, downtown West Plains.
We all love things that are free, like the free gift you receive when you open a free checking account, business or personal, at West Plains Bank and Trust Company. You can even score family and friends if you refer them and they open free checking accounts. Plus, for yourself each time your referrals open an account. Visit us in West Plains, Mountain View, or Willow Springs for more information and find out for yourself why customers leave as friends. West Plains Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Reese, and at Lynch Equipment in West Plains, we have lots of customers come in and tell us how they are tired of lawnmowers that just don't last. Isn't that right, Riley?
They sure do. And that's when we introduced to them the new Liberty Z zero-turn rider from Skag Power Equipment. The Liberty Z is built to last and provides our customers with years of dependable performance.
That's right, and they love the professional quality cut because Skag designed the Liberty Z exclusively for residential customers.
Stop in and see our parents, Scott and Crystal Brown, at Lynch Equipment in West Plains.
Current Incorporated is searching for highly motivated individuals to they're looking at electrical, HVAC, and sales, and they're willing to train the right candidate even if you don't have experience in these fields. So if you're looking for a new career, contact Current Incorporated today. Current Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
Real fast service right to your door. Call 257-0504. 257-0504.
It's back to school BOGO at Monty's Outdoors. Find outdoor and athletic clothing, buy one, get one, half price. Shop men's, women's, and kids' Under Armour, Columbia, Hook, and Life is Good apparel. Buy one, get one, half off. And find other school time essentials like backpacks, sack packs, and duffel bags. Even cleats, sports socks, compression wear, ball caps, and more. Check out the Zizzer Pro Store, a partnership with West Plains R7, to find one-of-a-kind Zizzer gear at Monty's Outdoors in West Plains.
Ozark Conference football excitement continues now with the Zizzers on KDY.
Back with Reed Grigsby here. I'm Harlan Hutchison, and also Jim Lambert is the guy responsible for, he's kind of producing this whole thing, helped me get my stuff ready to go today. He's got video to take care of over there, and we don't tell him thanks enough, but he does a ton of work that makes life a lot easier for the rest of us. This halftime update brought to you by Hearst Feed and Farm Supply. And again, make sure to mention to the sponsors that you appreciate their support of the broadcast, both on the radio and on our live video stream. We're really happy to be able to do that because in many cases, you know, people, for a variety of reasons, anymore don't maybe get out quite as much as they did. But I'll tell you this. We've got a really good crowd here tonight, Reed. big crowd.
Yeah, really do. And of course, we had a pretty full year last year of limited crowds, and rightfully so. And so it's encouraging to see everybody out and about and making it out to a Friday night football game. Because it literally, I tell everybody in West Plains, if you've never been to a Friday night football game in West Plains, you're in for a treat, whether you like football or not, because it's like a community carnival.
It's like it's an experience. It's what the Zizzer football experience, and we need to point something out probably, and say another word of thanks. Tammy Miller is the new athletic director at West Plains, and her first week on the job, pretty much, what does she get dropped in her lap?
Right.
This football situation where Glendale cancels at the beginning of the week, and so now what? How do you find a game? And I guess they were beating the bushes and looking everywhere. You can't just play anybody. No, you can't. If you're West Plains, it does you no good. There's no benefit to playing a team Class 3 or smaller.
Right.
And so it takes a certain size school that you really need to play. And they were able to find down in Olive Branch, find Center Hill. And so, man, that took a lot of work. I know that I was talking with Tammy on the phone, and she said that Matt Perkins had a lot to do with all that. Lori Wilson, superintendent, was working hard to try to find a game, and it finally all came together. And we're very lucky to have a football game here tonight. We could just as easily be at home and watching Wheel of Fortune or something tonight.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and I'm so glad we did. And like I mentioned earlier, at the end of the day, it's about the kids, and you want the kids to be able to play. They've been working their butts off all summer, and 2-a-day practices and weight rooms and running and calisthenics, and it's devastating when you lose a game in high school when you don't have one to play, because some of these kids, I mean, quite frankly, after this year is over, they're never going to play football again.
Right.
So you need to take every opportunity you can.
So at halftime, we still have probably about 4 minutes before the second half will start. Offense in the first half, West Plains had unofficially around about 225 yards of offense, 100 in the air, 125 rushing. And the Mustangs did not complete a pass in the first half. In fact, I think they only tried one, but they had 48 yards rushing, most of that from their very fine big quarterback, Eric Covington. And the Mustangs got back in the game on an ill-fated onside kick, which was returned all the way down to the 5-yard line of the Zizzers. At that point, it was 19-0, and when you're up 19-0, and you can get that fourth score, that'll take a lot of wind out of people's sails. But it was just the opposite effect, as the Mustangs were able to make a play and get it deep down into the West Plains end. And we also had a pick for a touchdown that got called back.
They got called back on a penalty that happened 30 yards away from the play. We were talking about that just a few minutes ago. So, yeah, you take a couple plays away, this could be a completely different ball game. But the fact remains, I think Center Hill is starting to get it dialed in. And if they can get their offense dialed in, they're going to be very dangerous here in the second half. And so all they need is a break here and there. They've already shown that they can run the clock. I don't know, you probably don't keep track of time of possession, but I guarantee they've had the ball 3 times as long as we have. So that's the dangerous part about a team like that. If they can get it dialed in and they can kill the clock, they can keep the game close, and they'll have a chance at the end.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, Coach Peacock is looking at this at halftime and might be telling his players, look, we get the ball to start the half, and if we can make some plays and get a touchdown, it's a one-score game, and regardless of what's happened in the first half, it is anybody's football game at that point.
Absolutely, and then at that point, you're just looking for a turnover, which are bound to happen in the first game of the year. You're looking to capitalize on the other team's mistakes, and we've had our share of mistakes. However, we've looked pretty darn good. I mean, you take away a few of the mistakes that we've made. That drive right towards the end of the half had its moments. It didn't look very good once we got inside the red zone there. But, West Plains, on the other hand, also looks very good. And if they could get their offense dialed in, it could be a very different second half. So you don't ever really know that's what makes high school football great.
It's true.
Yeah.
last year, if there was one area of concern, it was on the side of penalties. We were a very heavily penalized football team last year. A lot of personal fouls and the such. Outside of the really, honestly questionable penalty that got the interception called back, we've played a very clean first half for the most part.
Yeah, and you can kind of tell with the attitude in the kids, too, this year compared to last year. And I hate to compare the two, but it looks like they're here for business. There's not a lot of messing around, not a lot of, flying high fives or anything. They score, and they hand the ball to the ref. That's what we did not have last year, and that's why we got a lot of those, unsportsmanlike and personal foul type penalties that really, really can kill the momentum of a game, especially in a close game.
And you get smarter from the time you're a junior till you're a senior. You learn a lot, and
sure,
and that's I say that with sort of a smile, but it's true. I mean, you become a more mature person. You're able to kind of keep things under control a little bit better. It's not purely an emotional game. You got to use your head too, and I think we've seen an example of that here in the first half.
Yeah, emotions are a really, really good thing actually in football, but you gotta learn how to harness it, and with experience and with age, that's you learn how to harness that, and you can use that energy in a positive way.
Hirsch Feed Farm Supply halftime continues as we're about ready to wrap it up actually with the second half kickoff, with the Zizzers kicking it to Center Hill in just a little bit. Want to remind you, our live video is presented by Mr. Dent Collision Repair and Ozarks Healthcare. We thank them very much. And also, the scoreboard is sponsored by Ink Monkey Screen Printing and Graphics. At work, we have this sort of running gag where if anyone says Ink Monkey, somebody else makes the monkey noise.
Oh, I don't know how to make monkey noise.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that. You knew more than you let on, Reed.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good monkey. Anyway, around the corner, second half kickoff will be coming up, and we'll do that in 2-3 KDY.
And there's a flag on the play.
Dr. Edwin Roeder of Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine is proud to be the Zizzer team physician. The team at Ozarks Healthcare sends best wishes to all Zizzer athletes for safe play and for exceptional sportsmanship. Ozarks Healthcare hopes you stay healthy, but if injuries happen, Dr. Roeder and the rest of his team are there to help you with your recovery. Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine, a proud supporter of Zizzer Athletics.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. State Farm agent Justin Shelby is your one-stop shop in South Central Missouri and Northern Arkansas for protecting your car and stuff. State Farm agent Justin Shelby is ready to help.
State Farm agent Justin Shelby is ready to help you save in West Plains and in Houston. Call us today at 417-967-4152 or 417-256-3434. Like a good neighbor, Justin Shelby State Farm is there.
Individual premiums may vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Outpost Motorsports in downtown West Plains has side-by-sides in stock ready for your next adventure, hunting trip, or work around the farm. Stop in and see the High Sun Sector 550, perfect for work or play. The High Sun Sector comes standard with top, windshield, and winch. You don't have to add that on later. Stop by Outpost Motorsports today and check out the full line of side-by-sides in stock now, or check them out online at outpostmotorsports.com.
Hi, this is Taylor Grubauer with Taylor Grubauer Chevrolet Buick GMC in West Plains. We are paying top dollar for your trade, and your car is worth more than it ever has been. So come to West Plains and get great buys from nice guys.
Find new roads at Taylor Grubauer Chevy Buick and GMC.
It's where to go and buy your car. Great service and best price by far. In West Plains Mo, it's where we are. Taylor Grubauer Chevrolet.
Field for more Zizzer football action on Hot Country KDY.
It's 8:31 in the Central Time Zone here as we get ready to start the second half. It will be, as Reed alluded to at the end of the first half, it'll be Mustang football to start things. They'll receive this kickoff, which I really hope goes deep. And, you know, their hopes of coming back in this football game, they're probably pinning some of that, a lot of that here on this opening possession, trying to establish a drive and eat up some time off the clock. I heard Coach Peacock literally used the term shorten the game in his interview that you saw on our website. And that, to me, that's normally terminology that you would use maybe in basketball, but same thing applies in football when you're trying to, the other team can't score as long as you have it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes your best defense is keeping their offense on the sideline. And so when you shorten the game like that and you're able to run the clock, you're able to protect the football, you're able to chip away first down after first down after first down. I mean, your offense is out on the field, you're making progress, and the opposition's offense is on the sideline and can't score points. So it's a philosophy in football has been around a long time. You don't see it very often much anymore with the spread offenses, but if you have a team that can run the clock properly, like a Lebanon or a Bolivar type team or Center Hill, it's very effective.
I failed to notice that not only the bleachers here are pretty much full, but the student section full. Here's a line drive kickup. Now that's what I'm talking about right there. Through the end zone and into the end zone for a touchback. And it'll be Mustang football at their own 20-yard line. First down and 10 to go as we start half number 2 at McDonald's Field here at Zizzer Stadium. Boy, everything looked great tonight. They've had this place ready to go for the first home games. Good job.
Yeah, we have here, and thank you to the boosters and everybody in the community that makes sure that we have some top-notch facilities for our conference, and for our kids here. Because this facility gets used a lot, not just by football, but by every sport, including band, PE, and community events.
First down, 10 to go for the Mustangs from the 25-yard line. First and 10, and Eric Covington, the quarterback, will take the snap. Toss play running left, turns it up, and there is nothing there. I mean, nothing. Good play on the far side by the West Plains D, and Aiden Holt was one of those that make the stop. And 10 to go for the Mustangs, and that carry didn't go anywhere. West Plains can cover some ground, and they can defend laterally for sure.
And one thing West Plains has been good in the last 10 years especially is that they always swarm to the ball. So it's not just one man making a tackle, it's usually 5 or 6.
And Bengi with the carry on that last play, no gain, second down and 10 to go. Man in motion to the left again, and a quarterback draw right up the middle, and Covington raised up. Looked like a building stood up, and he waded his way through the middle of the line and got across the 30 near the 31-yard line. It'll be third down. They'll mark it at the 30, third down and 5.
Like we said in the first half, he is a big man to bring down, so if he can get any space whatsoever, he's going to get some yards. So you have to definitely manage to that defensively.
All right, here is a third down and 5 play. Covington on the snap count, fakes it, keeps it, turns it up, first down, spun down at the 43-yard line. So a gain of 13 on the run. And, I don't think we really saw Eric Covington try to take the game over, which is probably what's going to happen for them if they're going to have any chance to win the football game, because he is just such a superior athlete out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's his longest run of the night, I believe, and looked good doing it.
The first down is number 6 for the Mustangs. First and 10, their own 43-yard line. Motion man left. Covington will hand it off. First guy, and there will be a gain of 2. And that'll get up to the 45-yard line, but there wasn't much going on right there as they handed the ball off to the first guy, and it didn't go very far. That's Amari Dawkins, the 5'5" running back. So now it's second down and 8 yards to go. Wide man to the right. They'll have a man left as well. 2 wings, no tight end. Single back, man in motion from the left wing, and now Covington option, tosses left, and a good run near it. Will be a first down. Tackle made across the 50, and that will be at the 46-yard line and a first down. Gain on that play of 9 yards for the Mustangs. And at 9:35, well, Reed, this is playing out kind of the way they would have hoped, at least at the outset here in the second half.
Sure. You know, pretty much every play, they're waiting for the game clock to get inside 10 before they snap the ball. And you can see the quarterback looking at the game clock right now. And so that's part of their strategy.
Covington, man in motion from the left. Toss play running left. There's some room. 45-yard line tackle down at the 40. Really good pursuit that time from the backside where they finally made the stop. But gain on the play of 6 on the carry that time was Keon McChristian. And it'll bring up second down at about 4. West Plains team speed is also one of their great assets. We got kids that can really move. And we're not just talking about, you know, defensive backs, linebackers. I mean, everybody on defense can really get around. Second down and 6. Covington. Somebody moved early, it looked to me like. Covington just takes it, runs right up the middle, and gets up to the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 9. Did that not look a little odd to you the way the play started?
It looked like a busted play maybe even, and so I'm not sure what happened to that play, but Covington took the ball right up the middle and was able to follow his center and get positive yardage and a first down.
I'll tell you, in this particular situation, if I were the Mustangs and you got a 6'3", 255-pound quarterback that is that physical, he's going to keep doing that until West Plains stops it. Here's a handoff. First guy left side. That'll be a gain of about, about 5, maybe 6 yards up to the 27-yard line. Gain of 5. It'll be second down and 5. I'm sorry, go ahead.
And the quarterback being a threat to run in the triple option is what opens up the other players in the triple option. And so, you know, if you key on Covington too much, then they're just going to start pitching it to the pitch man.
Single running back on second down and 5. The ball is at the 27-yard line of West Plains. Covington will fake it, turn it up inside, gets spun around, still going forward, and it gets tackled at the 16-yard line. We knew he'd be a load to tackle when this game started, and we weren't wrong. 12-yard gain, first down, and the Mustangs are starting to threaten the end zone, and timeout's going to be called. We'll have a water break here, perhaps. Look like the official called the timeout. So 7:27, and they've eaten up almost 5 minutes of the third quarter clock. 19-6 West Plains, back in 30 seconds on KDY. Brown Furniture and Appliance in downtown West Plains is getting shipments every week, so now's the time to check out their new arrivals of couches, chairs, love seats, dining room furniture, appliances, and more. Check out the new arrivals and find the perfect furniture for your home. 24 months no interest with approved credit available. Brown Furniture and Appliance in downtown West Plains, growing with the Ozarks since 1949. And Brown Furniture and Appliance is hiring. Stop by for details.
West Plains football continues now on Hot Country KDY.
Reed Grigsby made a really good point during the timeout. What was that, Reed? You're talking about kind of getting dialed in if you're Center Hill.
Yeah, it looks like their blocking's a little bit more crisp. Their fakes are a little bit more crisp. Excuse me. And they're just able to move the ball at will at the moment.
Now, first down and 10 from the 16-yard line of West Plains. The Mustangs try to make this a one-score game. Man in motion from the right wing. Toss play running to the left, and the tackle in the backfield. What a terrific defensive play that time, coming up hard to make the stop. Reed can help me out.
I believe that was Jason Lopez.
Jason Lopez with the stop. That was a terrific and much-needed play that time for the Zizzer defense. A loss of 6 back to the 22-yard line, and that'll bring up second down and 16. And if you can force them to throw the ball, it's not to say they can't throw it, but they're far more comfortable running the football than they are throwing it.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. When you force a team like this to get behind the chains, they don't have a lot of design plays that can make up 15 yards. So they almost get to the point where they have to throw it, and they've shown that they don't much like to throw it. So.
Well, a timeout's being called as the clock finally gets stopped. 6:33 to go in the third quarter. And I think this is an indication here with this timeout called by Center Hill. They recognize the importance of this opening drive and in their ability to get back in the football game. It's a 19-6, 30 seconds on KDY.
For the office, think from furnishings for the whole office, janitorial supplies, pens, paper, supplies, and more, think Bureau. See Reed and the crew for anything you need for the office, and they will deliver as well. Bureau is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, just off the square on West Plains, and 24 hours a day, 7 days a week online at thinkbureau.com. That's thinkbureau, BURO.com.
Now it's more Zizzer football excitement on Hot Country KDY.
Big play here. Second down, 14 for the Mustangs from the 22 of West Plains. Covington, play action, looks, pumps, fakes, turns it up, gonna run, tackled at the 17-yard line. Good recovery by West Plains defensively right there, and Covington gets up, hobbled a little bit. He'll have to stretch things out. He was the victim of a cramp in the first half, so, you know, I don't know that you see players cramp up in the first week or two like you used to. Kids seem to be in pretty good shape, staying hydrated, not eating those salt pills. Right. Motion man. Here's the quarterback, Covington, keeping it around the right corner. That goes nowhere. Gets a yard, and that's about it.
You know, sports science has come a long ways. I noticed Coach Perkins this week sending out tweets and Facebook posts to his players to stay hydrated all week, not just the day of the game, but stay hydrated all week, because it's real important that your body retain water and you're able to be hydrated during a hot football game like this. And if you're not, then you end up with those debilitating cramps.
Keon McChristian on the last carry now. Third down and 9 with 5:23 to go in the third. Covington comes up, man in motion from the left wing. And a whistle. I think that play was blown down before it actually got started. Line judge comes up to speak to the referee. Dead ball foul, and I think that was a case of illegal shift, or had two players moving at once.
I believe you're right, Harlan.
So they'll back it up across the 20. And so now they're going to have fourth down and about 15 yards to go. They've got to get it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. So it's going to be looks like 4th and 14.
This is a big play for the West Plains defense right here. If they can get a turnover on downs, that puts them right back into the driver's seat.
And outside to the right. Let's see if they test that. Covington from fakes. That is blown up in the backfield, loss on the play, and it's West Plains football. Really good job defensively that time. Again, Aiden Holt, one of those in there to help make the stop. So West Plains gets it on downs with 5:10 to go. Really good opening drive for Center Hill. They ate up 6 minutes and 50 seconds, but they come up empty.
Yeah, and they come up empty. And if you notice, once they got down into the red zone and got behind the chains with a penalty and with a tackle for a loss, you know, that kind of throws short yardage game, ball control, clock control teams into a tailspin, because they don't really have a lot of answers for long yardage situations.
And it gets harder the closer you get to the end zone, because if you're just a running team, you're not going to honor the pass. You're going to play run. That's about it. From the 26-yard line, first down and 10 for West Plains. Quick snap and up the left side, a hole and a good run. It'll be a little shy of the first down, though. It'll be second down as Dagan Kenslow took that high snap, and the tackle made. We've got two players now down for the Mustangs at the 33 and 37-yard lines. Now, one player will just seem, again, looks to maybe the cramp deal. The other one may be a little bit more than that. The trainer comes out on the field, checks on one as she runs by, and goes directly to the other. But we have a timeout on the field with the score with 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. West Plains 19, Center Hill 6. And we're back in 90 seconds on KDY.
Don's Auto Service in West Plains has been serving our community for more than 40 years, specializing in doing things better, from selling tire, auto repair, and auto service. Speaking of services, Don's Auto Service can give auto services and auto air conditioning performance checks and service, batteries, belts, brakes, alignments, engine analysis and service, oil changes, shocks and struts, scheduled maintenance, tune-ups, wheel balancing, and more. Don's Auto Service is here for you.
Now's the time to get a deal on select Kubota tractors rated #1 in dependability and easy operation at Edgeler and Harper Farm Equipment, your Kubota dealer. Right now, put 0 down and get 0 APR for 84 months, plus save up to $1,400 at Edgeler and Harper. Now through December 31st, see us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Hi, this is Charlene Smith. Remember, we are 2 names you can trust, Edgeler and Harper and Kubota, Mountain Grove and West Plains.
It's not a matter if your car breaks down or you have an accident. It's a matter of when. So when you need a reliable tow, call J&J Recovery and Towing, 256-7628. J&J Recovery and Towing answers your call 24/7, and they work fast. Whether you need to take your vehicle home, to the repair shop, dealership, or to the auto body repair shop, they can tow it for you. No job is too big or too small. J&J Recovery and Towing Service, 256-7628.
Parker McGinley with the run as we come back from the timeout. Just enough for a first down. Just needed a few, and that's what Parker McGinley got. First down, West Plains. Clock running again with 4:43 to go in the third quarter. We'll come up on the line of scrimmage with Kinslow, the only person in the backfield. Yep, back to his left. The snap. And the quarterback, Kinslow, will keep it. Runs right and gets to the 40-yard line. Gain on the play of almost 5 yards. And that keeps the clock running with 4:19 to go. You're a big-time Mizzou fan. Are you pretty excited about your football team this year?
Yeah, I think Mizzou's going to be all right this year. They got a big game against Kentucky coming up. It's in that conference you have to win the conference games you can win, and Kentucky looks like they're going to be pretty darn good. So that should be an interesting game. My alma mater is actually Arkansas State, and so UCA the first game, and that should be what will go in my favor.
Is that in Conway or
Jonesboro?
Oh, that's good. Timeout again on the field. Called by West Plains as they were a little bit fouled up. They were looking at 2nd down and 5. Another timeout. 3:40 to go. And we'll come back in 30 seconds on Hot Country KDY. The sun is coming up in the Ozarks. And what better way to make your day than by eating at the famous Ozark Cafe? Ozark Cafe serves some of the best home cooking in the Ozarks. It's all there for you with a menu that includes breakfast, lunch, and dinner, with breakfast served anytime. New hours are 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., closed on Sundays. Ozark Cafe at 662 Missouri Avenue in West Plains. Make your day at the Ozark Cafe.
The Zizzers play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
All right, we come back, and during a 30-second break, I think Reed Grigsby has convinced me I should go watch the Arkansas State football team play this year.
Yeah, I think you absolutely need to. It's a new beginning, new coach, new players. A bunch of players came in on the transfer portal, and it should be an exciting season in Jonesboro, Arkansas.
All right, here's a rollout right. Kinslow throws. It's caught down to the 35-yard. Is made. Big pickup there, and it'll be for West Plains. And my eyesight,
I believe that's Weston Reese,
is not better than it was last year.
No, it's Leeser, I believe.
I believe it was Leeser on the reception, and they're going to move that thing downfield to the 35-yard line of the Mustangs. We have a Mustang down behind the play. That looks like a cramp.
Yeah. Mustangs are running into some cramping issues here in the second half. hopefully they can get that under control.
25-yard pickup on the pass play. And so that's another first down for West Plains as we hit the 3:35 mark. As this game has gone on, we've seen more play, mostly Center Hill players that are fighting the cramp issue. As West Plains comes off the sideline here. And they'll line up for a first down play from the 35. Another touchdown right here would really put West Plains in good standing as we head toward the fourth quarter. On first down and 10 from the 35. Back to throw it. Kinslow with a day and a half. Deep left side in the corner and incomplete. He had Connor Lair open, but the ball was a little bit too long, and it'll bring up second down and 10.
Yeah, it was overthrown by about 6 inches, I believe, maybe a little bit more than that. It looks like Connor Lair's coming up with a cramp, so it's the crampitis is gonna hit West Plains for a little bit here too.
That was about, I guess we were due to have one because I don't think we really had up to this point in the ball game, but Connor Lair is going to have to. There is nothing worse. Well, I say that, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
Cramps. The draw play, quarterback draw up the middle. Kinslow, 30-yard line, 25-yard line, and down to the 23. And that will be a first down for West Plains on a gain of 12. Not many quarterbacks look for contact. Dagan Kinslow does not care.
Yeah, and I don't know if you have seen any pictures of him from this offseason, but he has obviously hit the weight room. He must have tacked on 15 pounds of muscle between last season and this season. He looks very athletic, and he is a very big part of this West Plains offense. When you have a quarterback that's able to run like that, it certainly changes the defensive scheme because you have to plan for another weapon coming out of the backfield of the West Plains Scissors.
Dagan Kinslow, hard run, and a first down. The last couple of minutes have gone by like molasses in winter. Back to throw it. Kinslow on the low snap. Man wide open, left corner of the end zone. Caught. I'm waiting for a sign. Touchdown.
Watson Hafer.
How about that?
Yeah.
With his back to the back line. Boy, really well delivered by Dagan Kinslow.
Watson Hafer comes from a long line of really good athletes, mainly in basketball and volleyball, and he certainly showed some ball skills there. Went and high pointed the ball. Beautiful throw by Dagan Kinslow. Touchdown, West Plains Scissors.
Leeser's fourth reception of the football game. That would cover 23 yards. So let's see if West Plains can add on here. Looking at the extra point try. And let's see what happens here with the snap down. Hold good. Kick is up. And it is no good. So 3:10 to go in the third quarter. West Plains 25. Center Hill Mustangs 6. Back in a minute on KDY.
Living with severe COPD can create many different challenges, like having to use supplemental oxygen or a ventilator. Ozarks Healthcare medical equipment uses ResMed Astral units that also include a connectivity module for ease of wireless access. Interested in how to qualify or currently using a ventilator or CPAP and want information about our services? Call us at 417-256-0900 or visit us at 1703 West 8th Street in West Plains. Ozarks Healthcare medical equipment, formerly Home.
It's the little things in life that make it worth living. And it's those moments that make us truly feel alive that are worth celebrating. With each new day comes more reasons to celebrate. So the next time you find yourself truly feeling alive, celebrate the occasion with the crisp, light, refreshing taste of 7-Up. Today is your day, so make the most of it. 7-Up, the official sponsor of Feeling Alive.
Ozark Conference football excitement continues now with the Zizzers on KDY.
With Reed Grigsby, I'm Harlan Hutchison. Game one of this season that has been held with such anticipation. We're hoping good things happen this season. We're off to a pretty good start. It looks like 25-6 is the score. And here comes the kickoff. High and short will come down at the 20-yard line, and the Mustangs will return with some running room. and up to the 40-yard line before that play is finally stopped. On the return that time was the quick Keon McChristian, and he puts the Mustangs in pretty good field position to start this drive, trailing 25-6, 3:03 to go in the third.
Yeah, and the importance of that last drive, which was a beautiful drive by West Plains, by the way, topped off by that great pass to Watson Hafer in the end zone. The importance of that is now we're up by 3 scores, and so now we are in control of the game. When you have a clock control offense like Center Hill, they are not designed to score quickly. And so you definitely want to have that buffer there so that they can't get it down to a 1-score game where they're just a turnover away from victory. So,
first down with double wing single back for the Mustangs. They're down by 3 scores. And now back to throw at Covington. And he throws the ball incomplete, underthrown at the 40. And that's what happens when you're not expecting him to throw the ball. They get people open, and that time the ball was just poorly thrown. Tyler Harrison, the intended receiver, down around the 40-yard line of West Plains. Boy, he had him, but he just couldn't get him the ball.
Yeah, underthrew him just a little bit and kind of short-hopped it to him, but he was wide open.
We have folks watching the live stream. Lots of places tonight. Roger, you're right. Kick it deep.
Saw Corby was watching. Corby Redburn.
Our man Corby is online tonight. 2nd down and 10. Play action toss on a option play, and that ball was nearly fumbled out of bounds. But Christian was the ball carrier, and West Plains had that play shut down from the get-go.
Yeah, it seems like we've been reading that play pretty good, and I didn't see who the running back was for Center Hill, but he took some pretty good licks out there and luckily fumbled it out of bounds because that ball was bouncing around all over the turf.
We were playing Mountain Grove one year. We had an all-conference running back, Keith Doherty. Mountain Grove was really aggressive. They'd come blowing up and cover the option from the secondary and go right after the halfback, and I started to toss it, and Keith screamed. I could hear him, "No!" Pitched it anyway. It's 3rd down and long. Now the whistle goes before the play could be run. He wouldn't find as much humor in that if he heard that story. 25-6, 2:57 to go, but the penalty on this play is going to go against the visitors. And they'll back it up 5 yards. I didn't see if the play clock ran out or what. They've been kind of flirting with that at times tonight.
Yeah, they have.
So now with 3rd down and 22, they probably don't want to, but they're probably going to have to put this ball up. 2 receivers out to the right side. Toss play running left, and a blow up in the backfield again. Jason Lopez will cover the ball carrier, and there will be another loss on this play all the way back to the 21-yard line.
Jason Lopez is so exciting to watch. He's got a high revving motor, always seems to be in the right place at the right time, but he did a really great job blowing up that block, the Center Hill player trying to set the edge and was not able to on Jason Lopez.
Connor Lair will go back to receive the punt. He'll stand back at his own 36-yard line. So let's see how far Eric Covington can kick the football. Jim Lambert reminds me last year's first game ended at 10:58 p.m. We're doing way better this year.
Looks like we got a flag on the play.
Delay a game call against the Mustangs, so we'll move it 5 yards further back. So we'll back it up to the 16-yard line, and Covington, well, 17-yard line. Covington will have to stand inside his 5 as he kicks this ball away. If he can kick the ball in line with his size, Connor needs to back up to about the 10. Here's kind of a rugby-style kick by Covington. High hanger hits on midfield, takes a good bounce for the Mustangs. He'll go out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So that'll work out to be about a 44-yard kick, and it'll be first down for West Plains at their own 40-yard line. 1st and 10 with 1:57 to go.
Now West Plains is definitely in the driver's seat, being up 3 scores. There's no reason to get desperate on this drive. We can actually run the clock a little bit ourselves if we want.
So we are at 9:02, and you're listening to KKDY, West Plains, Missouri, the home of Zizzer Sports, and we have another cramp on the field, and the Mustangs will, are they going to let him lay there for a minute? Somebody's going to pull him up. Sometimes with that cramp, you don't feel like getting up right away. There's nothing that'll get your attention quicker than be asleep at night and wake up with a cramp in your calf or something like that.
Yes.
Is there anything worse?
I can't think of many things that are worse.
So they'll move the football over to the left hash mark. West Plains going from south to north, from right to left. On first down. Fake it, back to throw it. Kinslow deep down the right side, got a guy, and he got it, and it's a touchdown. Heston Miller just blew, and I mean blew by the defense. Caught it at the 20, and it works out a 60-yard touchdown pass for West Plains. 1-6.
What a beautiful play, and we knew they would get it dialed in eventually. The first down a little bit, and Dagan Kinslow put that absolutely on a dime.
Wasn't that a great throw?
It was beautiful. Great catch by Heston Miller for a touchdown.
So the Zizzers, we had tried, what, 3 times on that, on plays similar to that. That was pretty much just a fly pattern down the sideline, though.
Yes.
So it'll be extra point time again. The Zizzers have struggled in this department tonight. Snap good. Kick is up. And it is good.
It's good.
32-6. West Plains, 1:47 to go in quarter 3. Back in a minute on KDY.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply for you.
HirschEquipment.com. Doesn't change your for equipment. That's because all of Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply's equipment inventory is now listed on one site. You can find tractors, lawn equipment, trailers, livestock equipment, pre-owned inventory, and more. In fact, you can go to the site and get a quote and get the value of your trade. Now, there's no reason to put it off. Get what you need today with the help of HirschEquipment.com.
Hey, this is Damon with TLG Peterbilt in Willow Springs. We proudly support our West Plains Zizzers. Here at TLG Peterbilt, we offer an extensive lineup of all parts for all models of all trucks and trailers in the industry. Uptime all the time. The Larson Group Peterbilt online at tlgtrucks.com or find us on US 60 in Willow Springs.
It's back to the field for more Zizzer football action on Hot Country KDY.
Ensuing kick. The Mustangs let that ball roll and picked it up at the 1, brought it back. Tackle made at the 9-yard line. So first down and 10 for the Center Hill Mustangs, and they're in a hole now. 32-6, 1:43 to go in the third quarter.
What a beautiful kick. That hit about the 7-yard line, got inside the 5, and absolutely died. Center Hill was going to let it go into the end zone, and it just wouldn't go there. So they had to pick it up and return the ball, and then a monster hit by Jason Lopez to bring him down inside the 10.
7-yard line is where they're going to mark this. First and 10, 1:43 to play. And West Plains defense has been pretty good tonight. Center Hill has been able to move the ball a little bit on the ground, but now they're backed up. Covington will hand off. First guy left side. He'll spin across the 10. Did the ball come out?
I believe they're going to call it down once again, and I believe that's correct.
At the 13-yard line. So gain on the play of 6, and it'll be second down and 4 yards to go. West Plains trying to get off to a 1-0 start. We'll be at Hillcrest next week as we get into the Ozark Conference schedule. I'm still not clear if that Glendale game goes as a forfeit. Handoff, first guy, no. Quarterback Covington keeps it. Now he's pushed back, and he'll be pushed down inside the 10-yard line, about the 8-yard line. Good pursuit again that time by West Plains. Austin Davis, I think, was one of the first people there to get in on the tackle.
I don't know how they're going to handle the Glendale game. From what I understand, it is not going to go down as a forfeit. So I don't know if they're going to try to reschedule, and if they can't reschedule, then it becomes a forfeit, but I'm not sure.
I don't know how you're going to play that game.
I don't either. There's no room in the schedule to sneak it in.
And another stoppage on the clock. It is taking 40 minutes to play, the last 5 minutes of the third quarter here. So that's what we get for talking about the Glendale game last year.
Exactly.
I've never seen anything like it. That Glendale, it was just after 9:30 when we got to halftime. And it was over at 10:58.
Yeah, those of you listening, if you've never had a chance to watch a Glendale game, it's worth watching just for entertainment. If you like passing the ball.
And long games. Most high school games will be over in 2 hours, 15, 20 minutes, something like that. Glendale game went 4 hours.
Yeah.
But we won, and that was the important aspect of it. You forget, it was really a pretty entertaining game. There was a ton of points scored.
Yeah, and it was really close up until, midway through the fourth.
Now, it's 3rd down and 3. Covington will keep it, run it. First down, 20, 25-yard line, driven back at the 25, so he'll pick up 8, and it'll be a first down, and that won't be the last play of the quarter as they stop the clock to move the chains, and the play clock is already running. So one more play anyway, and I think Covington is starting to feel the effects of the heat.
Yeah, that last play was two big men coming together. Connor Lair wrapping up the tackle, and Covington got the worst of it.
And now a toss play, option play, running left, and Christian breaks a tackle, 50-yard line, 45-yard line. He's inside the 40, and a huge gain right there. 36 yards on the carry, and a first down for the Center Hill Mustangs. I'll tell you, we've seen some flashes from Keon McChristian tonight, and when he gets going in a straight line, he can cover some ground.
Yeah, he's very quick out in space, and he was able to make a couple guys miss and get huge yardage on that play.
Might this be the last play of the third quarter? From the 40 of West Plains, people moving all over the place, and the snap and the handoff, nothing there. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll be it. That'll be the end of quarter number 3. Score after 3 from McDonald's Field at Zizzer Stadium. West Plains 32, Center Hill from Mississippi 6. Back in 1 minute on KDY.
You may not need an electrician every day, but when you do, choose SRS Electric in West Plains. Sean and his crew at SRS Electric will get the job done. They're dependable, reliable, and honest. Whether you need a new house wired, you need new light fixtures installed, or just simple repairs, remember SRS Electric. Find out why people recommend SRS Electric in West Plains. Find them on Facebook or call 274-0787.
West Plains Propane at the corner of Lincoln Avenue and Broadway is always ready to help you out. No one ever described an inviting home as cold and cozy, and West Plains Propane will make sure it never does. Wherever you are in West Plains and surrounding area, give us a call and we'll help you out. Call us at 417-256-3470 for a free estimate. West Plains Propane, making sure our customers are our warmest friends.
West Plains football continues now on Hot Country KDY.
We're back at McDonald's Field at Zizzer Stadium with Reed Grigsby. I'm Harlan Hutchison. Jim Lambert takes care of the video. Nate Hudson is our engineer back in the studio. Connor Lair playing safety. That's kind of a different look, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is a different look. I don't know if we have him back there as a safety valve, and and speedier guys up on the perimeter to take care of the triple option offense. But he's contributed a little bit back there. Plus, it's keeping him fresh for offense as well.
Gain of 4 on the first carry for the Mustangs. 2nd down and 6. Ball now at the West Plains 36-yard line. And West Plains will switch out and go to a bigger package up front.
You know, and when we say big, we're talking 6'7", 285, and 6'3", 311.
That's big.
That's a big package.
That's
yes.
big in anybody's book.
That's big on the college level.
All right, let's see if Covington keeps it here. And he will keep, fake, pitch to the right side. There's McChristian, 25-yard line, 20-yard line, driven out of bounds. And a first down for the Mustangs. That was really well done. Covington faked to the first guy. It looked like he was going to keep, and then he pitched late. And that really busted open, and that's one of the better plays of the night for the Mustangs.
Yeah, and that, you know, the wing players, you'll see when they line up, they have a double wing usually. I mean, it's real important for those wings to set the edge on that outside linebacker. And the last couple times they've ran that play, they've done a really good job of setting the edge and making sure that defensive end or outside linebacker can't get out there and make them.
18-yard line of West Plains. Off left, and that will go a yard, and that'll be just about it, as the front line was able to step up for the Zizzers and stop that play pretty much in its tracks. Who was that? Blake Reed with the stop that time. Remember last year when Blake stepped in on the offensive line, he did a whale of a job.
Yeah, and he's done a great job tonight too. I've been watching him a little bit. Typically plays at that offense on the offensive line, but comes in with the big package on defense.
2nd down and 10. Mustangs option right. McChristian again, 15-10 at the 5, and he'll be dropped there after a first down. Tell you what, at the end of the year, sometimes we'll talk about and point out some of the better players, faster players that we've seen. There's not going to be many players much faster than McChristian. He has shown some real explosiveness up the sideline.
If I were guessing, I'd say he's a 4.5, 4.6 runner somewhere there. Maybe down the 4.4s. I don't know, but he's fast.
Fast. Single back, man in motion, fumbled, snap. Covington will just keep it and run it, and he'll dive forward to the 2, maybe the 1-yard line, as the Mustangs knock on the door again here. 32-6. They're down big with 10 minutes to play in the ball game. This time, ball on the right hash mark. Going right to left. They have McChristian as the wing to the left. Covington. Snap. Quarterback keeper. Flag down. And he'll be driven back without getting in the end zone. There was, what was that? Illegal procedure or what?
Yeah, illegal procedure. And the tailback moved quite a bit before the ball was snapped.
It's probably just my imagination. It seems to me, though, I've seen a lot of movement before snaps tonight that they just kind of let go, but not that time.
Yeah, the refs are letting them play for sure. I mean, and I prefer that.
Oh yeah,
you know, and
any day.
Yeah, I've seen some flags on our side too that could have been thrown, and the refs have kept that hanky in the pocket.
Now it's 2nd down from the 7. 2nd and goal to go. Covington will fake, pitch right. McChristian turns up. B gets just drilled. I mean, drilled at the, looks like the 1 or 2 yard line, 2-yard line.
I didn't see who did that, but it was a nice little pop.
Wow. I mean, he was upright 1 second and then just disappeared. It's like he got hit by a bus or something over there. Connor Lair may have had an angle on that play. I don't know. That was a pop. That was one of the biggest hits of the night.
And you're right.
Nine minutes, 5 seconds to go in the 4th. 2 men left, 1 in the slot. Covington, did he hand off? Did he keep it? hard to tell. It's right at the goal line, whatever the play was, and it's not in the end zone. So that'll bring up.
Yeah, I think he handed it off. Like you said, it's just a mess of red, black, and white down there for both teams. It's just a pile.
So it'll be 4th down and quarterback sneak for the Center Hill Mustangs here. And obviously West Plains is going to be watching for that, so they're probably going to try to gum it up, bunch up in the middle and prevent any kind of movement. But hard to stop 6'3", 255 from moving. Let's see if they go on a quick count here. And there it is, and he leans in, and I think he's in for the he is. Touchdown for Center Hill. Eric Covington on the quarterback sneak takes it in, and there's really not much you can do with that.
No, he got his big body behind the center, and all he had to do was lean forward.
So 32-12 with 8:18 to go. The Mustangs will attempt the extra point kick here at the 8:18 mark, down by 20. And a flag is down. Flag down on the play. This could be, would more likely be a delay of game call, but let's, instead of guessing, let's find out. No, it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct call against West Plains. Well, that's the first one of those type penalties we've seen here tonight.
Was it against West Plains or
Yes.
Center Hill? It was.
They pointed north. I don't know, but that's toward West Plains side of the ball. And what are they going to do here? Going to decline the penalty and just try to kick it? Man alive, if I had Covington as quarterback, I'd take that and move it up, if you had that option, that is. Matt Perkins on the side hollers the words that a guilty player hates to hear. Who did it?
Yes.
I didn't see anyone's hand go up. That'll become clear in a moment. Extra point try. And a snap goes through the hands of the holder. And it's going to be picked up. Play is over. So nothing on the extra point for the Mustangs at 18 to play. They trail West Plains by 20, 32-12. And we're back in 1 minute on KDY.
Driving in the fall and winter months can be challenging. You never know what Mother Nature will bring each day. Make sure your tires have plenty of tread. Give Wilbanks Tire a chance to sell you a new set of tires. Once you buy a set of tires from Wilbanks Tire, you can come in anytime for free tire rotation for the life of your tires. So once a customer of Wilbanks Tire, you will always be a customer of Wilbanks Tire. Wilbanks Tire, 201 West 2nd Street in West Plains.
Hi, this is Reese, and at Lynch Equipment in West Plains, we have lots come in and tell us how they are tired of lawn mowers that last. Isn't that right, Riley?
They sure do. And that's when we introduced to them the new Liberty Z zero-turn rider from Skag Power Equipment. The Liberty Z is built to last and provides our customers with years of dependable performance.
That's right, and they love the professional quality cut because Skag designed the Liberty Z exclusively for residential customers.
Stop in and see our parents, Scott and Crystal Brown, at Lynch Equipment in West Plains.
Now it's more Zizzer football excitement on Hot Country KDY.
Down by 20 as the Mustangs kick it away with 8:18 to go. They pretty much got an onside kick here, right?
Yeah, I would say that they'll either onside or try a pooch kick over the top of the front row.
Now, the pooch kick is something that they worked on. They were doing a lot warming up tonight. And now they're going to back.
See, I believe that penalty was on Center Hill.
Well, they pointed the wrong way because they did point at West Plains.
They've done that a couple times, and so they've tacked that onto the kickoff.
So obvious, it had to be. It had to be against the Mustangs on that penalty call. Liberty won tonight. Jim Lambert sent me some info, and here is the kick. A pooch over the line, now picked up at the 38-yard line. West Plains with the return, 45, and the tackle finally made at the 26-yard line. Garrett Drown on the return that time for the Zizzers. Tackle made by Center Hill's Nate Taylor. Anyway, Jim was telling me that Liberty's game at Stratford had a power line melting delay.
Wow. Never heard of that one before.
Nope. And they called the game at that point. Well, I guess they had to.
Well, yeah.
It was 26-6.
At Stratford.
At Stratford.
I'll be.
I was looking at our district assignment in football. Have you looked at that yet? I think it just came out today, I think, or yesterday. But
a couple of familiar names in there for sure. Carl Junction, obviously being the big one.
Right.
Hillcrest, I saw in there. Can't remember the rest of them, but it looked like
McDonald County's back
in
it. The one team in that mix that kind of concerns me a little bit is Rogersville.
Correct, yeah.
Because they have a really good quarterback. So toward the end, who knows who it'll be, but
they've got a good program. They were in our district several years ago when they were kind of rebuilding their football program, but that school has grown so much since then. They have probably quite a few more players to choose from.
Kinslow on the snap, rolls out to the right on 1st and 10. Now it gets rid of it over the top, and it's incomplete. Tried to throw back across the field, and the ball was too high and incomplete. Down around the 35-yard line, and it was Hayden Cook, the intended receiver.
That's generally not a good idea unless your name is Patrick Mahomes.
And there's only one of them.
There's only one of them.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. The Zizzer's still throwing the football here, up by 20 with 8 minutes to go. Handoff to the right side, to the corner at the 45, 47, maybe the 48-yard. It will be up to the 48-yard line. And West Plains will get a little bit of yardage there on the running play, and that'll keep the clock a-ticking on the carry that time. Who was that? That was Cox, Dalton Cox.
Yeah.
So he'll come out, and the Zizzers will take their ever-loving sweet time to get this next play off. So when they snap the ball again, we'll be close to the 7-minute mark to go in the football game. 32-12 is the score. Kinslow deep in the formation. Quarterback draw, runs right, and now the officials will blow the play dead, and West Plains calls another timeout. 7:11 to go with the football game with a score of Zizzers 32 and the Mustangs 12. Back in a minute on KDY.
We all love things that are free, like the free gift you receive when you open a free checking account, business or personal, at West Plains Bank and Trust Company. You can even score free gifts for your family and friends if you refer them and they open free checking accounts. Plus, earn a free gift for yourself each time your referrals open an account. Visit us in West Plains, Mountain View, or Willow Springs for more information and find out for yourself why customers leave as friends. West Plains Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
Owning your home or farm is an American dream. Wiles Abstract and Title help you accomplish that dream by having expanded services to make buying or selling real estate seamless. Closing services include electronic signatures, which limits the number of physical signatures needed.
This is Ashley Matajak at Wiles Title. Buying and selling real estate is an exciting time. Don't let the stress overwhelm you. Choose Wiles Title and let us take care of it for you. It's your choice. Choose Wiles Abstract and Title on the Square, downtown West Plains.
Here it is on the 3rd down and 7. Kinslow back to throw, lots of pressure, and he is sacked back at the 38-yard line. And a good job. Again, I'll tell you what, the linebackers for Center Hill have done a terrific job, I think. They've really played well tonight, and they've made some very good plays. One of those on the stop that time, I don't think we've called his name so far tonight, is Christian Burridge. 6'3", 240-pound defensive lineman. Obviously not a linebacker, but their two linebackers have really done a good job tonight. So now, 4th and 17, quick kick. Kinslow will kick it away. Got it up there above the lights. Good high hanging kick. Takes a great West Plains bounce, and it'll roll dead at the 10-yard line. So that's a 44-yard punt with no return with 6:18 to play in the football game. So, and we'll talk here on the Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply post game about this whole thing. But from your standpoint, what is your general takeaway from what we've seen tonight?
So a general takeaway is West Plains looks really, really good. And for the first game of the year, it looks like they've not necessarily picked up where they left off last year, but there's hints of that. And so once they get everything cleaned up, once they get everything dialed in and get back into game mode and get into our conference play, I like our chances.
Here's an option around the corner, and McChristian again. There he goes up the sideline. He gets all the way to the 28-yard line, gain of 18, and first down. I'll tell you what, you fans of the Mustangs, you've got a game breaker back there with that kid. He can really pick him up and lay him down, and he got that 18 yards quickly, and it'll be first down and 10 for the Mustangs, and he went out of bounds on the play, so that stopped the clock with 6:10 to go.
You know, if they were more of a passing team, can you imagine how dangerous he would be
on
a route or on a screen pass? Golly.
First and 10. They marked him out of bounds at the 25. Here's toss play running left, and a terrific job of moving laterally to make the play, and there's our man, Mr. Hudson, making that play, I believe.
Jesse Hudson, double twos.
You know, we lost some really, really good football players from that team last year.
Yes.
But we forget, you think about who's not here, but think about who is here. And with so many of these kids that got major playing time last year as underclassmen, you just can't put a gauge really on just how valuable that is and how much you benefit from that. Covington back to throw it. He does. The right side, that ball is incomplete. West Plains had looked like in some zone coverage there. The ball was too high and out of reach. So that stops the clock with 5:21 to go.
They must have been listening to us because they were trying to get the ball to Keon McChristian, and he is electrifying once he gets it. He just wasn't able to get open that time.
I'll tell you what, that McChristian kid, that's a kid you'd pay to come to watch play every week.
Yes.
Because he's going to probably do something that's going to pull you up out of your seat. Now it's 3rd down and 8. Man in motion, jab step, quarterback keeps, option to the left, turn it up, 30-yard line, tackle made at the 32, maybe 33-yard line. Good gain on the play of 8 yards. That is a really complicated option that they run out of that formation.
Yeah, and it's a nightmare for defenses. And, you know, especially that's kind of why I'm giving our defense a little bit of a pass, because it is a very, very hard offense to plan for in 2 days. And it's not just an option. I mean, it's a counter misdirection option. And, you know, with the speed that they have, especially when Keon gets it, it can be big-time danger. Here's a quick snap, and Covington can't get much there. West Plains coaches thinking there may have been a fumble on the play, but not the case. And Austin Davis on the stop that time. It's going to be a turnover on downs. He did not get the forward progress, so good job by the West Plains defense.
So with 4:30 to go, let's see if West Plains keeps the starters out there, or maybe it's time to call off the dogs and make sure no one gets hurt. But it looks like the first team offense is going to stay out there. You know, it's late in the game when the scoreboard says, please call now for your ride home, students. Here's the snap. out of the gun. They'll hand it off. Lair, he'll cut back across the grain, spins away from the defense, and then he goes down at the 29-yard line.
I believe he tripped on his own player that time, to be honest with you. Jalen James was out downfield making a great block, and Connor Lair cut back right into his own player.
Heston Miller was hooked up with the safety way downfield on the play, and a flag is down at the 16-yard line of the Mustangs. And it's going to be personal foul, West Plains. So, again, a play way away from where the football actually was. And they'll mark that. That'll be a 15-yard penalty.
The only thing I saw was Heston was downfield blocking like you would expect him to do, and had a great block and pancaked the guy. And apparently the referee took great offense to that.
It could have been a case of, as he put him down, his mouth may have came open, too.
Yeah, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I didn't see anything egregious there.
But that is, if there's one area that West Plains could improve in with this football team this year compared to last year, that would be one. Quick out play to Hayden Cook, makes the catch, turns it up. No, it's going to be out of bounds, evidently. Or did they blow the play dead? They blew the play dead.
Yeah, they blew it dead before the snap, I believe.
And we ticked off about 5 more seconds. Whatever the penalty is, it's against West Plains. And so, where will this snap take place? It looks like that's going to be at around the 49. It is the 49-yard line of the Mustangs. And again, we appreciate the folks who may be listening to the broadcast. I saw someone that was listening in Memphis a little bit earlier, Holly Springs, Mississippi. We appreciate you listening and wish you nothing but the best of luck for the rest of the football season. Here's the snap, back to throw. Kenslow steps up in the pocket, and now he'll be flushed out, keeps his feet, and keeps going 40, 35, 30-yard line. Cuts back across the grain, tackled at the 20, and that's a gain of 29 yards.
And that's what makes him dangerous. You have to defend the quarterback when you play West Plains, because he can hurt you if he takes off and runs.
This may be wrong, but I think that last year on a play like that, he would have pulled it down and taken off a lot quicker. This year, mature, stands back there, looks around. If he has to run, he doesn't care, and that's fine. Here's a snap from the 20 on 1st and 10. Roll out to the right. Kenslow throws it underneath, and it's caught at the 3-yard line. It's going to be just shut. No, they're going to, yeah, it was caught down at the 3-yard line. And Heston Miller, it looks like, was the receiver. If I could just get an angle on him to be sure, but I'm pretty sure it was Heston Miller on the reception. Or was it Leeser?
I think it was 27, Garrett Mahan, but I could be wrong.
We don't know who it was.
Yeah. We're getting old, Harlan. We can't see that far.
3:30 and counting. West Plains trying to punch it in again. Here's a handoff. Lair turns it up in the middle, and he is in for the touchdown from 2 yards out with 3:22 to go. And this is the quietest crowd that I've seen in a while.
It is, isn't it?
I mean, they haven't made hardly any noise at all tonight. Oh, and of course, we have Travis Smith listening over in that country called Douglas County.
That's right.
We miss old Trav.
Trav is a one-of-a-kind gentleman. I sure do miss him.
So that touchdown with 3:22 to go. And here comes the extra point try, and this has been with mixed results tonight. Snap low, horrible snap, picked up by Hayden Cook running for his life. And now he'll be dropped back. He tried to pass it ahead, but he is down at the 30-yard line. So, 3:22 to go, 38-12. West Plains on top of Center Hill, Mississippi, and we're back in 1 minute on KDY.
Outpost Motorsports in downtown West Plains has side-by-sides in stock ready for your next adventure, hunting trip, or work around the farm. Stop in and see the High Sun Sector 550, perfect for work or play. The High Sun Sector comes standard with top, windshield, and winch. You don't have to add that on later. Stop by Outpost Motorsports today and check out the full line of side-by-sides in stock now, or check them out online at outpostmotorsports.com. And there's a flag on the play.
Dr. Edwin Roeder of Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine is proud to be the Zizzer team physician. The team at Ozarks Healthcare sends best wishes to all Zizzer athletes for safe play and for exceptional sportsmanship. Ozarks Healthcare hopes you stay healthy, but if injuries happen, Dr. Roeder and the rest of his team are there to help you with your recovery. Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine, a proud supporter of Zizzer Athletics.
The Zizzers play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
It'll be the Zizzers kicking away. They lead at 38-12. And here is the kick, and let's see, deep kick, take it up to the 20, 25-yard line, and dropped it around the 23. It looks, now they're going to mark him at the 25. So 1st and 10, 3:14 to go. And the Mustangs will have at least one more crack at it here. Trav, we just have to tell the truth. We're not telling tales here when we brag on you. He sent me a message. Nope, just sticking with the facts. Okay, back to play. Single back, double wing, man in motion to the right. And we have a ball game. Game 3 on the play. They have subbed out Covington. Their new quarterback is Jaden Logan, a 6-foot, 160-pounder. And it'll be second down after a gain on that play of 2 yards. And I think Coach Peacock looks at this and says, hey, 2.5 minutes to go. We're down by 26. Nothing to be gained by not subbing out. Man in motion. They'll toss it late, and the tackle will be made behind the line of scrimmage for West Plains, and I'm just assuming it was Jason Lopez, but no, it wasn't. It was Jesse Hudson.
Jesse Hudson. Lopez is actually out of the game right now. We've been subbing in a few people as well, so getting some fresh jerseys out there to get some game experience.
I'll tell you, there were games last year, and I can remember one in particular where I thought that night Jesse Hudson was our best player because, especially defensively, he is such a good athlete, got good size, good speed, and he's just a playmaker. You got to have people that can make plays, and he's a playmaker.
Yeah, I can't remember what game it was, but I recall the game you're speaking of.
Every time we would call somebody's name, it was Jesse Hudson. Here's a sweep around the end, and that play gets blown up for a big loss. Who's getting the pat on the helmet there? Couldn't tell. A good possibility that it was, I want to say, Carter McCracken, maybe?
Could have been.
And like you said, we're subbing people out. We're down to a minute 18. And now late arrivals on the field. And that'll force another timeout with a 1:08 to play in the fourth with the score. West Plains 38 and Center Hill 12 on KDY. Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. Because State Farm agent Justin Shelby is your one-stop shop in South Central Missouri and Northern Arkansas for protecting your car and stuff for a surprisingly great rate.
State Farm agent Justin Shelby is ready to help you save in West Plains and in Houston. Call us today at 417-967-4152 or 417-256-3434. Like a good neighbor, Justin Shelby State Farm is there.
Individual premiums may vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Hi, this is Reese, and at Lynch Equipment in West Plains, we have lots of customers come in and tell us how they are tired of lawnmowers that just don't last. Isn't that right, Riley?
They sure do. And that's when we introduced to them the new Liberty Z zero-turn rider from Skag Power Equipment. The Liberty Z is built to last and provides our customers with years of dependable performance.
That's right, and they love the professional quality cut because Skag designed the Liberty Z exclusively for residential customers.
Stop in and see our parents, Scott and Crystal Brown, at Lynch Equipment in West Plains.
Ozark Conference football excitement continues now with the Zizzers on KDY.
Center Hill decided to punt the ball away on 4th down, and West Plains, the ball is downed at the 48-yard line, so it'll be 1st down and 10, and I would be very much surprised if we just didn't take a knee here for a couple of snaps and then go to the house.
I'd say that's exactly what we're going to see. It's my favorite offensive formation of football.
It's a sign that things went well if you're doing that.
The victory formation.
Back to the Ozark Conference next week when Hillcrest and Springfield will be the opponent. We're switching out a lot of numbers here on offense for the last minute. And let's see where people line up here. It looks like
Number 1, Aiden Simpson's in the game as quarterback.
And that was what I was checking on there. Man in motion. And they'll hand it around the corner. And the tackle will be made after a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards on the play.
Lucas Conyers on the carry. Number 17.
So 35 seconds this next play, barring an incomplete pass or a penalty, will be it.
Number 44, Dawson Howell, who's a sophomore, is in the game.
Handoff, right side, good contact at the 46, tackle made at the 45. And that is going to be it for this football game as Carter McCracken took the carry. And West Plains will start this campaign with a 1-0 mark. And the Center Hill Mustangs will fall in this one by a score of 38-12 as the Zizzers start as good as you can with a win right out of the gate here tonight. So the fans got to see some offense tonight, got to see the home team win. And now we'll get back to Ozark Conference play next week. Reed Grigsby and I come back with the Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply postgame coming up in just 2 minutes on Hot Country KDY.
And there's a flag on the play.
Dr. Edwin Roeder of Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine is proud to be the Zizzer team physician. The team at Ozarks Healthcare sends best wishes to all Zizzer athletes for safe play and for exceptional sportsmanship. Ozarks Healthcare hopes you stay healthy, but if injuries happen, Dr. Roeder and the rest of his team are there to help you with your recovery. Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine, a proud supporter of Zizzer Athletics.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. State Farm agent Justin Shelby is your one-stop shop in South Central Missouri and Northern Arkansas for protecting your car and stuff. State Farm agent Justin Shelby is ready to help.
State Farm agent Justin Shelby is ready to help you save in West Plains and in Houston. Call us today at 417-967-4152 or 417-256-3434. Like a good neighbor, Justin Shelby State Farm is there.
Individual premiums may vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Hawkins Home and Lawn. Best brands, best service since 67.
Hi, this is Anna. It's back to school mattress sale now through the end of August. Twin size mattresses starting at $149, full size starting at $199, queens at $299, and 12-inch queen hybrid mattress with pocket quills and gel memory foam only $399.
Hawkins Home and Lawn. Best brands, best service since 67.
This testimonial with Mother Nature is brought to you by Butler Heating and Air of West Plains.
Being Mother Nature, I can change the weather from freezing to sweltering. It's not so easy to keep your home cool or cozy with me in charge. Unless you have that Train Home app, then you have control. That's not fair.
Butler Heating and Air keeps you comfortable no matter what Mother Nature brings. Call 256-7984 to learn more. It's hard to stop a train.
It's back to the field for more Zizzer football action on Hot Country KDY.
The final score in the football game, West Plains wins it by a final of 38-12. And we got off to a very fast start as we go over things here in the Hurst Feed and Farm Supply postgame tonight. West Plains scored just a little over 2 minutes into the football game when Kinslow hit Zizzer on an 8-yard pass play to make it 6-0. And then a blocked punt at 5:15 of the first quarter as Holt returned that for a touchdown from 13 yards. The extra point was good, making it 13-0. In the second quarter, the Zizzer scored their third touchdown of the night on a 1-yard run by Connor Lair. That made it 19-0. Before the half, with 3:13 to go, it was Covington on a 5-yard touchdown run, which came after one of those crazy squib kicks, which is, I mean, that was an Acme Wile E. Coyote kickoff kit that blew up in our face right there. That didn't work at all. That made it 17-6 in favor of the Zizzers. Or I'm sorry, 19-6 in favor of the Zizzers after that score by the Mustangs. In the second half, West Plains got 2 scores. Zizzer on a 23-yard pass, and then later in the third quarter, he hit Miller on a 60-yard pass play to make it 32-6. And in the fourth quarter, Covington went in from 1 yard out for the Mustangs to make it 32-12. And then Connor Lair, a 2-yard run, gave us the final of 38-12. So we'll take another break here. Give Nate a heads up. We'll take a break here and look for Scott Womack to make his way up this direction. And so we'll take a pause here and we continue on the Hurst Feed and Farm Supply postgame. Zizzers win 38-12, and we're back in 2 minutes. KDY.
School is back in session and things are real hectic. Trying to get in the groove of the new routine. School, sports practice, and games, not to mention work and everything else you are trying to do. Let Zizzer Coin Laundry help take a load off. Drop off all your laundry. And they dry, fold, even press if needed. Zizzer Coin Laundry will do everything but put it away. Zizzer Coin Laundry on Porter Wagner Boulevard next to R&R Tire Express in West Plains.
Stuart Morrison Ready Mix has been serving the Ozarks for over 3 decades. Think about it. And takes great pride in producing quality concrete, offering competitive prices. Stuart Morrison Ready Mix is ready to help you with all your residential, commercial, or agriculture concrete and rock needs. Give them a call today, 256-8171. Stuart Morrison Ready Mix, where you get concrete results every time.
Hi, this is Reese, and at Lynch Equipment in West Plains, we have lots of customers come in and tell us how they are tired of lawnmowers that just don't last. Isn't that right, Riley?
They sure do. And that's when we introduced to them the new Liberty Z zero-turn rider from Skag Power Equipment. The Liberty Z is built to last and provides our customers with years of dependable performance.
That's right, and they love the professional quality cut because Skag designed the Liberty Z exclusively for residential customers.
Stop in and see our parents, Scott and Crystal Brown, at Lynch Equipment in West Plains.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. Because State Farm agent Justin Shelby is your one-stop shop in South Central Missouri and Northern Arkansas for protecting your car and stuff for a surprisingly great rate.
State Farm agent Justin Shelby is ready to help you save in West Plains and in Houston. Call us today at 417-967-4152 or 417-256-3434. Like a good neighbor, Justin Shelby State Farm is there.
Individual premiums may vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
West Plains football continues now on Hot Country KDY.
We come back and we get ready to wrap it up here on the Hurst Feed and Farm Supply post game. It doesn't look like Scott's any closer than he was just a few minutes ago. So we're going to shut it down and go to the house. And remind you, our next game is at Hillcrest next week. Our guy Travis has joined us here, and he's with us in spirit and in text.
Yeah.
So what did he want you to pass along?
Well, he just, and this is so cool. His mom, Allison Smith, who we lost earlier this year, one of my favorite people on the planet, and a lot of people loved her dearly. This is the first game she's missed since 1968.
Wow.
Talk about a record. And Travis says she's missed the game, but I promise you she hasn't missed the game. She's watching from above.
Well, I counted him out, and I think he's making his way up here right now. So we'll buy him a minute or so and get Scott Womack and his thoughts on the football game, and maybe a look toward next week as well when we go to Springfield Hillcrest. What was the one thing that you saw I think I asked you this earlier, but what one thing did you see tonight that you really liked?
We're explosive, and so it seems like we run the right plays to set up the big plays, and sometimes you live and die by the big play, but those big plays came at the right time. Had some nice long pass plays that were absolutely beautiful. Had some really nice runs. Had some smart runs by our quarterback. Like you said, he didn't panic. He saw an opportunity and he just takes it, and that's what makes him so dangerous. So the one big key is we have a ton of weapons, and they are explosive.
And from what we could see, at least up here tonight, no injuries.
No injuries. Yeah, that's the first thing. Paul, I was texting Paul Knight too, who will probably be your partner next weekend. That was the first question he asked: "Is everybody healthy?" And I said, "As far as I know, it looks like everybody came out clean."
Mr. Grigsby, thank you so much, and we will see you back here in 2 weeks, I guess.
Yeah, thank you, Harlan.
You bet.
Always fun.
And the final again, West Plains wins at 38-12, 1-0 on to Hillcrest next week. Thanks to Nate Hudson. Thanks to Jim Lambert. As that wraps it up from our opener here at McDonald's Field at Zizzer Stadium. We'll see you next week on the road with Paul Knight as Zizzers go to Springfield Hillcrest. Till then, good night from Zizzer Stadium.